What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now, 'cause we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder.
Mama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, red pajama. Call down to his llama.
Are y'all ready?
On Queen Sheba. All right, the palace. Let's go.
Damn. That's my shit. I gotta play it one more time, y'all. Hold on.
The one who beat your ass. Stop going on Instagram, pop your shit like you about it. Look. You come on the south side, get your ass beat, came in the Carter Park, and tried to fight you, but you didn't want to come out dodo. You didn't want to come out dodo? You didn't want to come out dodo.
Whatever he wants to. I don't care, because we are on one this morning. And welcome to I Said What I Said Saturdays. Listen, if this is your first time pulling up, you are in for a hell of a show. Because let me tell you something about these crazy ass people that pull up. I have no idea what they're going to call in and say. They could be talking about your neighbor, your cat, your dog, your boss, your barber, your nurse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your beautician, your stylist, your eyelash lady. I don't know. Your husband, your wife, your side piece, shit, whatever y'all got going on. There's only one rule: that you sign it, you seal it, and you deliver it by saying, I said what I said. That's all we ask of you. That's all we ask of you, honey. This is going to be a hell of a show, y'all. I promise we stand on topic this Saturday, because I know a lot of y'all are showing up and y'all got some shit y'all want to talk about. I've been seeing you on Instagram. I've been seeing you float through the YouTube streets. I already saw somebody said, I'm blacking out, and I said what I said. Well, baby, pull up and say it. Pull up and say, and I see y'all on bullshit already this morning. I see Now and Later Mango in the chat talking about she's speaking to everybody. Y'all ain't speaking to her. Y'all speak to her. And she said what she said. Drop her some love. She said it will be nice. She says, I come into the chat and I always say hello to everybody. I don't know everybody in the chat, but it sure would be nice if somebody says hello. I feel like I've been left out. And I said what I said. Well, y'all go ahead and show us some damn love. Show her some love, y'all. Show her how we do it over here in the palace. Feelings. She is in her feelings, and we don't want you to be in your feelings, baby. We got you covered. They're going to say hi to you. They are going to say hi to you today. Let me see. See, you see all that love you getting? You ain't got to come out the blocks like that. Mango, we love you over here. But listen, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I see over 500 of you are tuned in. Y'all, I'm ready to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? I am ready to talk some shit, because I had a lot to say last week, and God spun the block on me. Okay, let me stop, because some of y'all got in the chat and got all in your feelings about me cursing. Y'all, we grown. This is not Nickelodeon over here. Y'all know what time it is. This is not Nickelodeon shit. I said what I said. But listen, hold on. Diego say buzz down the door. Yes. Mango, you feel better? You feel better, Mango? So if this is your first time, welcome. Listen, sometimes you just never know where the topic will go. You can say this is your chance to have the floor uninterrupted, y'all. Uninterrupted to say what the hell you need to say. Now, some of y'all are long-winded, and y'all be coming up here hijacking my panel. We not doing no more guards. I need you to set a timer, because some of y'all be out here just talking, and that's okay. But you know what? Tell it to God today. Tell it to God. I want to keep y'all limited to 2 minutes. Okay, now, should we get into a tough discussion or a hot topic, right? And the audience they not feeling you. Sometimes they just don't be feeling you. Guess what they can do? They can purchase a $9.99 super chat and time you out for 15 minutes. But if you got that money comes to me flowing effortlessly, shit, you can stand on business and match dollar for dollar, or even go higher and put yourself back on the block and finish talking your shit because you said what you said. And speaking of money comes to me, y'all coming out the blocks hot, and I just got to pause because y'all came in kicking in doors. So let's go ahead and get this party started.
Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me. Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me. Money.
Oh yeah, baby. Money, 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 money comes to me. Gwen Nelson got that good money, y'all. She must have got a raise this Friday because Gwen came in through the palace. She has gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Gwen, where you work? They hiring? Where you work at, Gwen? Because you got that long money. It's strong too. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of Gwen's tithe and offerings to the palace. Now, y'all, you're going to have to help me with this name. Pixie Ann Clark came through y'all with a 10-piece and a pepper, and she said what the hell she said. No, what is it? No comments, no caption needed. Shit, she just came down and put 10 on it. We love it. 41 Fit with a 5-piece and a pepper. She says, speak your speech, queen. This is your palace. Listen, for real though. Am I the only one that's gonna stand on business today? Because y'all know Love and Marriage kicks off tonight. It's the premiere. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Are y'all scary? Because y'all love talking shit online, but I don't see nobody ready to stand on business. I know you millimeters ain't hiding in the bushes. All that shit y'all be talking. Come up here and say it out loud. Come up here and say it out loud, because we ain't never scared. Or are you? Now, okay. I'm going to stand on business in a minute. But if y'all enjoyed the beat that was dropped when I started this show, y'all, my high school friend, he's a music producer, Will Marshall, produced that intro for me. And it's hot, ain't it? And I know he's done some works for some of you, and he's been in the studio for some of you. So make sure you check him out. And if you haven't already, y'all remember I told you he developed and designed Adventures of BB on YouTube. It's a Black cartoon channel that's animated, designed, and produced by him. Check it out, y'all. It's good.
Hey there, boys and girls, come with me from the magical lands to the deep blue sea. Baby's on a quest full of laughter and glee, the amazing adventures of Baby. Good morning.
That's the level of talent we be dealing with over here in the palace, y'all. We got some talented ass people that just be coming through, doing stuff, developing. Not like impressive or what? So make sure you go over there. It's a safe channel for kids. It's produced by a man, and I find that really impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because these days, shit, y'all say protect Black women. They don't be, I don't know, they don't be standing in the gap like they should. But Kim Green, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on today?
Hey, Queen, Chad and Mons. I'm standing on a little business, little
All
work
right, you got
business,
the floor.
a little work business. While my employees had me come in for a meeting to complain against me, and they was complaining. And while my boss told them, said, if you stop trying to do her job, you can do yours. So now they in the goofy lane, and I said what I said.
Hold on, they did what? Hold on now.
Wait, okay, Queen, can you hear me better?
Yeah, I
All
want to
right.
hear it again.
Okay, they've been complaining, the ones that's under me, saying I take my PTO, but I have it to take, right? So they had me come up in the meeting, had a meeting. I walked in there with my smile because they're work associates and not my friends. So I walked in there, me and my boss, listened to what they had to say. While they were saying, well, we can't do it, and this, and he said, well, I have her in there over you guys. So you've been trained. Do your job and stop trying to do hers. So now they are in big goofy mode as far as I'm concerned. And I said what I said.
Damn, she said what she said. So they complaining about you on the job?
Yeah, they try because they're not doing their job. They're clear people. Sorry to all the clear people, but they're clear. And I'm an African strong Black woman
Better
in
say.
a position that they want, but they can't have it until I retire in 2 years. And they can go for it, whatever they want to do, but they have to do their job, like my boss said, what I trained them to do. He put me in charge. I'm the head bloop, 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 bloop in charge over there. So
Better.
now they are in goofy mode right now, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm on PTO. And I said what I said again.
And she said what she said. I don't blame you. Stand on your business when it comes to your PTO. That's your personal time off. You don't need to be explaining.
I need $131. So I can go ahead and pay for my phone bill online instead of going into the store and paying it. If y'all don't support me, if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay. I'ma just not even ask anymore. I'ma just not even be on Instagram. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Y'all not gonna hear from me no more.
So I can pay my phone bill online. And if y'all don't give it to me, y'all not gonna hear from me no more. But Angela's coming through strong. Angela got that money comes to me flowing effortlessly. Baby, she gifted 10 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of her generosity and her kindness. Baby girl 1981 is standing on business with a 2-piece and a pepper. She says, hello, Queen Sheba. Love you and all of your wisdom. And I love you back. And I appreciate you pulling up the way you did and the way you do. 92.7 WKRA is in the building with a 5-piece and a pepper. Says, Queen, you were name dropped in the live this week. Any thoughts? Baby, you got to come up and tell me. We got to stand on business. Unfortunately, I be so busy, I can't really rotate around everybody's channel to keep up. But come on up and let me know what you're talking about. Love me. Yes. Love me with a 5-piece and a pepper says blackout for me. All right, I hear you. Oh, welcome to the stage, Messy in Kentucky. Saturday mornings, I said what I said. What you standing on today? You got the floor. You on mute. You have to unmute yourself. Messy in Kentucky, mic check.
Good morning, Palace. How y'all feeling this morning?
Girl, we are good. Tell us what you standing on, Queen.
I'm standing on a challenge for my sisters today. I want y'all to put y'all's money where your mouth is. And instead of rocking these Coach purses and these red bottoms, go support that Black business. Because what I'm going to do, I got some front row tickets June 8th to the USC meet. And I will be supporting the Palace because my husband and I will be repping Queen Sheba with kinging and queening shirts on. So hopefully you get to see it on TV, Queen Sheba. And I said what I said.
And she said what the hell she said. Y'all, they in traffic honking their horns and everything. Girl, thank you. All right. Speaking of, y'all check out my merch if you haven't already. I'm sure my mods have dropped the link in the chat, queensheba.com. That's Queen Sheba with an I, not an E. Y'all, we got some cute ass merchandise, okay? Act like you know. Welcome to the stage Saturday morning. I said what I said. Sugar, what you standing on?
Hey, Queen Sheba in the Palace. I'm standing against TSA. So I just came from Jamaica, but on my way going, you know how you go through the scanning detector.
Mm-hmm.
So once I come out, she say, yeah, you have to step over here because I got to pat you down. I said, why? She had me turn to the machine. It had a red and an orange color right on my hoo-ha area. So I'm like, so what you trying to say? I'm like, so what's your machine trying to say? I said, what? So we can't come through TSA, you know, we nice and warm down there. You're going to have to pat or search me down. So I said, you're not going to do it here in front of everybody. Do you know they took me in the room and I felt like I was violated. Wasn't nothing down there. It's just warm. It's just naturally warm. And I said what I said.
What's down? Yeah, naturally warm. She said what she said. Your scanner. What happened to the scanner? The scanner just went off, huh?
It just went off only in that area.
Listen, you can't help it, baby. That's why they call you Sugar.
That's why they call me Sugar. I'm gonna hang back.
It ain't your fault.
Exactly.
Look, it ain't your fault. Is it her fault, y'all? That's why they call her Sugar. Listen, Sugar, that was hilarious. They are cracking up. Listen, Snatch by Diego say, they got your hot box. What did he say? Get out your hot box. That is hilarious. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, I think I read those super chats. Oh, AB Cage, standing on business. Hold on. Gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients. Those of you that are blessed enough to receive her generous offering. All right, let's see. I think I got everybody. Anybody else coming up standing on business? If not, we are going to switch to hot topics. and talk a little bit about Carlos King, honey, stealing from Black women yet again. Stealing from Black women yet again. And honey, she produced receipts. Sugar, what are your thoughts? Did you see that story? That Carlos King, executive producer, had a meeting a couple years ago, sounds like, with a Black woman who pitched a show idea to him called Messy Mondays. Then
Yeah, I
all
absolutely believe it.
he has a show with Dr. Heavenly called Messy Mondays. What's your thoughts?
I 100% believe he stole the idea. That's all he do. He just steal ideas and then try to make it into something of his own. He has, Carlos, he has no he has no ethics, but I want to turn it around to the women. Like, why are so many women dealing with Carlos? Like, I mean, he's shown time and time again that he doesn't respect women and he tries to get over on them and use their ideas. Stop giving these men our ideas. And then when they run with it, we need to stick together in solidarity. Carlos need to come down. It's on and popping. I'm on what you on, Queen. What you want me to do, what Mayor want me to do. And then just for Marceau to say F millimeters, no. F millimeters say F Marceau. We never cared about you. So I'm tired of all of them. I think this is time for Carlos to really be put on the chopping block. I think we need to go, just put all his dirt out there and let everybody choose. But these women, they need to stop dealing with him. He's not the end all to be all.
I agree. And what's his name? Marceau?
We do not care.
Hey.
We do not care.
At all.
Seriously, at all. And with that being said, Joy, welcome to the stage. What are you standing on this morning, Queen?
Good morning, Queen Sheba. Now, I just want to say, love the queens, love the palace, love the millimeters, but I just got to keep it transparent with some of y'all. Please stop going in these groups arguing back and forth about who gonna watch what and who's not. If you're gonna watch it, watch it. If you're not, you're not, and just have peace with that. But arguing and writing 3-page letters to people about what you should or shouldn't do, that don't make it look like you standing on business. It make it look like you unhinged. And I said what I said.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
She said what she said. Listen, Joy did not come to play with y'all today. She said, quit arguing. Be a woman about it. Whatever you're gonna do, do it. Listen, speaking of, let me talk, ladies, because you know what? Sometimes we don't hold each other accountable. And I want to talk about some stuff that some of us are doing. And ladies, you got to stop doing it. You got to stop holding people emotionally hostage. You know what I'm saying? Dumping everything that you've been through on them, and getting mad when people don't align with you emotionally. Because you come out of nowhere and you unload emotionally and everybody's just kind of sitting back processing, and then you feel some kind of way. Please stop doing that. It don't feel good. And I said what I said, but I'm saying it in a very loving way. Some of y'all are out here doing way too much when it comes to your emotions, your mental health, and just that component. And I want to say it as a woman. Because like my grandma say, what the old folks say, your slip is showing. And your homegirls, you know what? Do some of y'all run this stuff by people before you say it, before you inbox it, or before you ask it? Because there's a couple of times I felt violated by women emotionally. Big ass ask. And I'm like, you should have ran that by somebody. Because that's a bit much. So I just wanted to say that, and I said what I said from a place of excellence. We got to do better. We got to get out your feelings and be a big girl. You can't stay there licking your wounds all day, every day because of this and this and that. And then a lot of you justify it. You justify it. When somebody try to, bring it to your attention, well, I just said that because no, boo-boo. If we're saying it, it's a little bit out of order. Well, ain't nobody told me that before. They probably scared of you. They don't want to deal with the aftermath of the emotional dump. So I just want us to do better when it comes to that, okay? What do you think, Sugar and Joy? Am I being too harsh?
No, I agree. I think the cast is right now playing on our emotional intelligence, and we can't allow them to do that. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to get us emotionally upset. And I think the people that are triggered and it's happening to them, they go and write these dissertations and these book reports. Um, and I mean, I'm just saying, I agree with you. We need to step back because it's triggering for me. You know what I mean? But I have, worked a lot on myself, and that's why I know what emotional intelligence is, because it's many a times I wanted to pop my shit, but excuse me, but I didn't. But yeah, they're trying to play on our emotional intelligence. We don't need to dive into it because we already know what it is. When it comes down, I'm talking about Love and Marriage, Huntsville. We already know what it is. We already know the truth. We don't even have to get that worked up no more. We got this.
And
And even outside of that, let me say this real quick, Joy, before you go. Even outside of that, like I kind of like, come on, do a little bit better, tighten up. Even outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville, some of y'all are just, what is it, live wires. And I'm not talking about like just Love and Marriage Huntsville. Just as women, we got to tighten up a little bit, balance it out, so we stay fresh. Go ahead, Joy. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And I just want to say I completely agree with both of y'all. People have to learn, stop letting people get you off your square. Sister Yanla said something one time, and it has stuck my whole life at this point, up to this point. You can't control what people bring to the table, but you control if you want to stay there. Now, apply that to Love and Marriage Huntsville or to the rest of your life. Stop putting more expectations and onus on people you don't know, okay? To have more regard to your emotions that you're not even having for yourself. Because I'm sorry, if we gonna talk like we in the palace, if you queening is a, excuse me, that's a, to me, that's an action word. So you queen by your actions. And like she said, writing full out book reports and trauma dumping on these people, you got to stop that, beloved. You got to stop.
Period. And speaking of Queen, and we got one that just pulled up backstage. Hold on. But let me look at Journey to Jasmine, y'all. Queening. Don't she look good?
She
In
looks
her
beautiful.
queening hat. Don't
Mhm.
she look good? All right, Journey to Jasmine. Hold on. But Melody was queen. Melody was queening too. Hold on. Let me give her props because they both was queening yesterday, y'all. And listen, these hats are available on QueenShiba with an I.com, baby. That I'm gonna have to get that green one. I got black on black, but they look damn good. And speaking of Journey to Jasmine, I'm about to bring you up. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Journey to Jasmine, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are you standing on?
Welcome, 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 Queen. Well, before I'm talking about welcome, thank you is what I actually mean. Already starting out on bullshit.
Does my audio still sound bad? I just saw that.
Oh, it's still a little scratchy, but it's all
What
good.
about now?
It's been going in and out, but
What about now?
it's a little low, like muffled, and sometimes when you talk, it has that like that scratchy sound.
Oh, damn. You know what? Is this better or no?
I can hear you louder, but the scratchy sound is still there. But I mean, it's not distracting. I just wanted you to know in the back end.
All right, gotcha. All right, I appreciate it. Go ahead.
For sure, for sure. Well, before I get into the shenanigans, but I freaking love that hat. I wear it like every day. I love that hat for real. That hunter green is so pretty, so pretty. Um, but yes, y'all, I know that bonds have been formed in this sphere, but no one here that I know of has been assigned anyone else's personal therapist. So to be in people's inboxes, just trauma dumping and dumping your anxieties or whatever it is on people. I mean, I'm sure Melody's inbox is full of nonsense. Like literally when I first started, my inbox started. This one lady was sending me stuff every day. Um, it's really unhinged, like you said, and it's unhealthy. And I'm glad that this has finally been addressed because it's causing undue stress and anxiety for the receiver, which is unfair, that transference of energy. So, like Queen said, as lovingly as possible, please be mindful of the energy that you hold and that you put out to other people. And I said what I said.
And she said what she said. You know what? Let me ask, do men have these problems, fellas? For those of you that are tuned in, or if you're in the chat, I hope my audio is sounding better. If not, I'm gonna switch mics here in a second. But do men do that? Do other men overload y'all sometimes with too much shit they got going on in their lives? Let me see if any men want to add on. But Traylene, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. If so, I'm bringing you to the stage. All right.
All right.
Traylene, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
I'm standing on business. I'm standing with Mel. And if she's on it, I'm on it. I think she's a great mother, but for Hotel and his maid, those kids are just come trophies. That part. And I said what I said.
What kind?
Oh, wait, what?
Trophy?
Right.
Come trophies. And he said he wanted more of them.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh.
That part. And I said what I said.
She said what she said.
She did say she had the baby to get on the show. She just collected another cum trophy, like she did with that other attached man.
Oh, she shook the table.
Wow.
And I said what I said.
All right. Thank you for coming up, Traylene.
All day, every day, I'm watching.
We appreciate you, Queen.
All righty.
Simone Wealthy, welcome to the stage. You got the floor. Is my audio better, y'all?
I can hear you. Might want to switch mics.
Okay, let me do that. Hold on, Simone.
I don't charge you on 3 different devices.
Okay, Simone, you got the floor. Don't wait on me. I'm going to switch mics. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, Queen. Good morning, Journey. Or Jasmine. I always miss.
Either way, my baby niece's name is Journey, so I'm here for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just coming up to say, as far as what we've been discussing with the trauma bonding and things of that nature, I really think that a lot of us do really need to seek therapy, professional therapy. I think it can really help us because I have been hearing a lot of things that are troubling to me as well throughout the YouTube streets. But here recently, I just celebrated a birthday, and so I always get a lot of calls and to talk to people on that day. And I had a friend I hadn't talked to in about close to 2 years call, and I kind of distance myself because it's a way that you can say something that can be impactful, but I always believe in being tactful as well. But if you're always saying things and they can come across a little bit hurtful, and you see people in your life distancing themselves from you in the last 10, 20 years, then you may have an issue. It's nothing wrong with telling the truth. We all want to speak the truth to our friends and loved ones, but you have to say it in a way that you're not just totally hurting someone's feelings, so that they can hopefully receive it in a loving way. So I just basically came up here to say, just get some therapy. It's free. There's so many resources that you can go and speak to someone. If you don't find the right one the first time, there you can choose someone else, but seek therapy. Get something. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and self-reflect on in certain situations and relationships that you have in your personal life. If people are distancing themselves from you, and it's typically because your mouth is slick and you say things, you can pop your shit and say, I got to tell the truth, I got to tell it like it is. Okay, but there's sometimes a consequence to that. And if people don't want to continue being around or continuing a friendship with you, then it might just be you. And you might want to look at yourself and see if there's something you can do a little bit better. And that's all I got. I said what I said.
And she said what she said. Mic check for me. Am I coming through better?
Oh, yes.
Loud and
clear.
clear.
Yes, I can hear
That's
you.
it right there. That's it.
Okay, that's it. And guess what? So the microphone that was giving me problems is a $600 microphone. This my $60 microphone, what I started with. You remember when
Now that's
it
the
all started
devil.
with a $60 microphone, baby? Let me tell you some old faithful.
Send
But
that
yeah,
link.
she said what she said. That was a beautiful message, Simone. And speaking up, and don't come also by way of carrying a word to manipulate people. I'm gonna pause on that one. Kakoa gonna tell it because you know she is. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. You have the floor.
Hey, Queen. Yeah, I don't know why I can't. I mean, I came up here, but y'all said exactly what I've been feeling. Because I have been feeling down a little bit like lately because of some of the DMs I have been getting. So I think that's really good that we had this talk this morning because I think a lot of people are triggered by certain things, and a lot of people do need therapy and counseling. And sometimes Black people, we're taught that yes, you should rely on your faith, of course, whatever faith you have, but also there's nothing wrong with therapy. I am here to say that I stand in the gap for Black women, and I want us to go on a healing journey. And I want to be a voice for Black women who feel like they can't be a voice for themselves. You know, I want to be that, and I want to just always say I stand against any form of abuse against women or men, especially Black women, because we're overlooked. And I said what I said, and I'm standing on it.
And stand on it. She said what she said. And let me say this, y'all. I am not for the weak. I am not a person or an entity to come to if you are stuck where you are. I tell my friends, don't call me because I can't stay there with you. I'm a movement by myself by way of energy. You see what I'm saying? And I believe in movement. I think the generation, this generation, you remember we talked about it reading the book, The Atomic Habits, motion versus action. And the buzzwords and the culture right now is motion. But motion, y'all, when we think about it from a scientific factor, reading the Atomic Habits, remember he said motion means you talking about it. You just talking.
Yep.
So the culture, they like to say, I got that motion. Yeah, you probably do, but you got that action. I have action. I cannot entertain a lot of foolishness. I have a very short attention span. I move quick. I'm agile. I'm nimble. I'm nimble, and I pivot a lot. I'm not a well for trauma. So if I give you a or this and a that, and it's really short, I'm not your door. And when somebody's not your door, don't insult them. Because some of y'all get real slick. That's just not your door. That's not who God has assigned to you. So why would you come back with an insult because somebody didn't give you what you want or give you what you need by way of emotion? I'm going to hold off. And I said what I said, but I had to drop that wisdom. People aren't bad because that's not your door. Back up, reassess the situation and move accordingly. Lala, all the way from the UK, pulling up. What's
Hey,
up, Lala?
Queen. I'm actually in Egypt. I'm all the way from Egypt today.
Yes.
You know, we have on vacation, taking the vacation, the long needed vacation. I just wanted to say one thing I'm having issues with, Queen, is I've got two personalities. I have the internet personality and I'm a regular girl from London, right? But don't come on my DMs, don't come on my Facebook asking, are you Lala from YouTube? You have a lot to say. Do you have a lot to say now? Don't come for me. Don't come looking for me because I'm not interested. This is not the time nor the place, and I'm not the one. So please stay out of my DMs, stay out of my social media. I don't even know how they found me on social media, but it's getting ridiculous now. What I say on YouTube is my opinion, is what I believe in, and it's what I want to say. You cannot dictate to me what I'm going to say and what I can't say. I'm not the one. Don't look for me unless you want some issues. And I said what I said, and I stand in my business.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
She said on running her damn DMs, trying to charge her up about what she said on YouTube. You heard her the first time. She said what the hell she said. And with that being said, Sharnetta, Isabel, welcome to the stage Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Hello, beautiful queen, chat, mods. How's everyone doing today?
Hey there. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Um, Today I'm standing on rebranding the millimeters because we don't trauma bond. Melody, she's inspirational. So as of today, we inspirational bombing. That's what we doing. We standing on business today. We hold our heads up. We don't sunk in our shoulders. This is not a trauma fest. We are triumphant. And I think the millimeters is trying to forget that. We not trauma bonding. Don't let them put that on us. That's not what we do. We are queens. We hold our heads up high. And I said what I said.
All right. And thank you. She said what she said. I love it. She said, remember who the hell you are, basically. What you doing? Get up, Lazarus. That's basically what you said. Listen, I love it. Y'all, let me go to these super chats really quick and we will be right back. Hold up.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke? Dead, flat, stony broke. See? I've got $3.85 in my purse.
Oh no. There's too many people watching me. Bye.
Oh no, honey. Let them tell it. We trauma bonding and broke. Deidre with a 20-piece and a pepper. We appreciate your super sticker queen, baby. Y'all coming in hot and heavy with these. Y'all just got paid. It was Friday night. I understand. And the gates of the palace are open. Donna Berry with a 5-piece standing on business super sticker. We appreciate you, Donna. All right, Alabama born, Florida grown. So you threw me off with that one with a 20-piece and a pepper. She says sugar is not lying. TSA did the same thing in Newark Airport. I told them if they need to touch my woo-ha, do it. Hold on, do it in the opening. Guess what? The guy said, go on through. Oh, what? He was trying to just get a little bit. Okay. Just a little sneak peek. Traylene Bell with a 5-piece and a pepper. We appreciate the super sticker queen. Kat with a 10-piece. Thank you for blessing us in the palace with a 10-piece super sticker. Advocate for Injustice. Congratulations on your 15-month. Damn, you've been rocking with me for a minute. 15 months, girl. We locked in. She said, it's okay to be still and quiet sometimes. Think before you speak. Please do. And quit justifying it. Because when you justify it, that makes somebody right and somebody wrong. That means you're not listening to the person that's trying to give you feedback. Sometimes just take it in. Like Martin say, lock it in. Okay. Queen Common Sense, Queen with the W, baby, with a 5-piece and a pepper. She says, totally agree. Everything that come up doesn't need to come out. Practice the pause. The pause will save you. We talked about that last week. Or was it Tuesday, y'all? That there is safety in pausing. And some of you motherfuckers are on the break. I mean, you on the gas. Pause for a second. Damn. And I'm being silly because, it's Saturday. I said what I said, but pause. That pause will save you every time. Advocate for Injustice spun the block with a 20-piece. She says, we love you, queen. Keep queening. She will. I will. I promise you I will. Dolores Cameron with a 2-piece and a pepper. She says, people need to learn. Melody Cherie is good. Ain't she? Yes, she is. Tanya Singleton. Thank you, Tanya. Where you been, girl? I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back, Tanya, with a 5-piece and a pepper. She says, good morning, queen. This lupus is working overtime. Love you in the chat. We love you. See, you just answered my question. Y'all make sure y'all send positive thoughts out to Tanya. She's down, but she ain't going to stay down. See, Tanya, somebody's thinking about you. I miss you when I don't see you. Y'all, I'm really good with names. I have a really good memory. And Tanya, I'm thinking about you and I'm holding you up, queen. We love you. Deborah, welcome to the stage. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What you standing on?
Well, hello, ladies and gents. I have two things. One, I recently became a food delivery service person. And I want to say for those of you who order, if you are not getting your food in a timely manner, I'm just going to tell you it's the tips. You're not leaving enough tips. That's just to let you know. I didn't understand it myself because I used to order on DoorDash and I'm like, okay, you want me to pay a fee and a tip? I'm not doing all of that. Now I understand why. So that's just to let you know that. Yes, yeah. Yeah, you got to increase your tip or your food might be. Nobody's going to drive for the $2 that DoorDash pays and bring your food 10 miles. No. Yeah, no. Yeah. So
Hold on, wait
and
a minute.
then
So what happens? So when they
so
don't tip and they being cheap, but they
so
out
what
here flossing on
mm,
social media and won't even
mhm.
tip, what happens with
Yep.
the food?
So eventually they may get it picked up. What'll happen is sometimes they'll stack the orders. Let's say somebody else at the same restaurant, let's say Pizza Hut, they ordered something. They're leaving a pretty decent tip. So what DoorDash will do, that pizza that's been sitting there for a while with the no tip, they'll try to add it. If it's within the bounds of the first delivery, the one that where the tip is, let's say it's maybe a couple of miles from there. They'll ask you to add it on to that. So yeah, that's usually how it gets picked up. Or they get somebody that's new to DoorDash and does not know that you don't have to take everything. I would tell anybody, if you're considering doing food delivery, Instacart, whatever, look at YouTube videos first, weeks before you even do it. I learned a lot. I watched videos for 2 weeks before I even downloaded the app because I wanted to know how it all works. So, yeah, but yeah, if you're not tipping well, your food may be sitting there for a while, and then sometimes it gets canceled, especially if it's
Oh,
getting close to the time that the restaurant is getting ready to close. They'll cancel the order. So that's
so is
just
that why they food be coming cold and they
yep,
get mad because
it's
they
been
ain't put
sitting
nothing
there.
on it?
Yep. So yeah, that's why you're not getting your food in a timely manner. Just saying. And then the other thing I wanted to say is Um, I do get concerned about people being overzealous for mail sometimes because what happens is she gets blamed for everything. We know it's not her fault if people are on here defending too much. You can't control what people do on social media. But because they want to blame her for everything anyway, that's what they do. You don't see her on here. Very few times have you seen her get on online and get somebody together. We've all seen those times. Most of the times when she's on here, 99.9% of the time she's being positive, expressing goodwill to people, helping people. That's what we see. So we need to pick up on that. You know what I mean? Like, don't be out here laying people out, cussing them out, all that kind of stuff. You cannot push your views off on people. People are going to do what they want to do. If you ever see my name in the chat, I'm not arguing with you. I want you to, I'm going to say it again. I'm not arguing with you. My answer for everything is God bless you on your journey. And that's it. I'm not arguing with people I don't know. I'm not doing it. So Dawn said, I think it was last week, don't bully. You know what I mean? I think that's what she said, something to that effect. So I'm following that. I'm never going to bully anybody online. I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm in this chat and I'm up here talking. I feel like I know you. You know what I mean? But we don't know each other like that. So stop being bullies in the chat. If you want to represent somebody, just like when you go out, when you
All
go out
right,
and
Deborah,
represent
you
your
don't want to preach
parents.
to them too bad though.
Huh? No.
They
What I'm
want to do, they
put it.
grown.
No. That's true. That's true. So my last thing I was going to say is, remember how when when you went out and you represented your parents, and if you out there cutting up, you were embarrassing your parents, and that was something, and they didn't like that. I kind of look at it that way. Everybody obviously is going to do what they want to do, but I would encourage you to be positive and say something nice. Maybe somebody's just having a bad day. Just say something nice to them, and they'll
Or
move
don't say
along.
nothing at all.
Don't say anything at all. A lot of times, if you say something nice to people, it may turn the whole conversation. So, but anywho, I'm gonna get back down here. I'm
Well,
not
you
feeling
don't have
well.
to. Aren't you you're a
I,
priority panelist?
I am, but I'm gonna leave that space for somebody because I'm putting a soup together. I'm not
Okay.
feeling well, so I was gonna buy me some soup. I said no, mine tastes better, so I'm in here cooking a
All
soup.
right.
Oh,
All right,
All
girl.
right.
Queen,
Yeah.
can I jump in?
Mhm.
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Who is that?
This is Jasmine.
Mhm.
Let me let Mary go because Mary
Okay.
might be one of my. Can you hold your thought, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
okay, Mary, go ahead, Mary.
you talk, Queen? You
Miss
talking to
Mary,
me?
you got to back
Yes.
away. Back away from your microphone just a tiny bit.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I come up here to talk to Neil. You know, it's not what you say, Neil. It's how you say it and to whom you say it to. When you have a friend that friend. What you say to an op, you don't say to a friend until you get behind closed doors. Now, if she had that bastard locked up, and if you didn't think he should be, then you should have got behind the closed door with Mel, not her op. I said what I said. Thank you, Queen, and my nieces and nephew. I love y'all.
Period.
We love you, Miss Mary.
Okay,
You
babies.
did
I love
good.
y'all very much.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up. Didn't she do good, y'all? Thank you for coming up,
Yes.
Miss Mary. We're gonna drop you
Yes,
down.
Miss
Yes,
Mary.
ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you down. It's looking like I'm kicking you out, but I know you probably I don't want you to have to stress out about how to get out of here.
Oh,
Oh, there she goes. She figured it out. Okay, Jasmine, you want to jump in real quick before I go to Bob? Well, actually, you know what? Let me go to this super chat, babe. I got a nice little super chat that rolled in, and I missed it the last time. I want to make sure I show her a little bit of love. Hold on.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
All right. Money comes to me flowing effortlessly by way of Brit's Creative Corner. Brit is standing on business. She came through, baby, and she dropped a 50 piece on it. Thank you, Brit. Brit says, I love your show, Queen. Buy a 50 piece on me. Keep doing what you do. I got you. You know what, girl? I'm finna go eat some oysters off of this. Oysters. Yes, I put a little hood twank on it. Thank you, Britt. I appreciate you. Carol Toomer coming through hot and heavy, baby. She gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient of her generosity. Somebody's mama with a 10 piece and a pepper. She says, I am in a good mood. I cannot wait for tonight. And I said what I said. Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you, ladies, again. And thank you, everybody else that was kind enough to just, share your generosity with the palace. And they said what they said. Journey, listen, y'all, 2 minutes. No more than 2 minutes. Journey to Jasmine, you got the floor.
Yes, thank you, Queen. Just real quick, I noticed that people are heavily invested in the show, but I think that the energy should be redirected and take inspiration from Mel and the hard work that she does for herself and her family, and invest in yourself in that way. Take the property preservation course, or the e-commerce course that's coming up, or some course. There's plenty of courses like Middleman to Millions. There's all types of courses to better your life. Like, if you're gonna have time to write paragraphs and whatnot in the comments, and look, as a creator, I like when people are in the comments and whatnot. Like, it drives the algorithm and all that. But some people dedicate a little bit too much time to this, and I just personally feel like that time, instead of using it in a negative sense, would be much better spent in taking inspiration and turning that into something positive for their lives. I feel like it would just be better for them and everyone around. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, they're grown. They can do what they want to do.
You're
Just
right,
don't do it in my
Queen.
Could I
You're
DM.
just
right.
Don't
You're
do it in
right.
my DM.
You're
That's all I'm
right.
saying. I don't care what people do outside of my DM. You know what I'm saying? Just when you bring it to me, it's a little heavy. And I'm not here to prescribe or tell y'all what
I
to do. I'm just
feel
saying,
you. I just wanted to give another
yeah.
another option, another,
Yeah,
could
well,
I comment on that, Queen?
yeah,
people
jump
are
in.
heavily invested.
No problem. I just want to jump in. I see where you're coming from, Jasmine, but I think that behaviors are like symptoms. And I think we're looking at the symptoms of the problem, and the problem is abuse. What I don't understand is why a lot of people don't feel comfortable Well, maybe I do understand. They program us not to talk about abuse, but this is about abuse. So, like I said before on the Queen Sheba panel, somebody is being abused every minute. If anything is constant, what is constant is abuse. So I look at this as a movement. We just need to focus on what the agenda is. We stand against abuse. We don't have to police how people respond because they come from their perspective on what they going through. We just need to be clear focused on this is about abuse. And I stand against abuse in any form. And we should be comfortable to express how we feel about these issues. We don't have to, I don't agree with bullying. I'm the bully that will bully a bully. But I just think that a lot of people, when they comment, it's coming from a hurt place or coming from a mental place. Melody said this was spiritual warfare. I'm just saying.
And you said it. I agree. And I want to keep it like light, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's pause. We've talked about the pause before. We really have. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Shoot. Listen, that property preservation course is the bomb. Listen, money comes to me. I took it. I'm out here. I literally just came in from a property somewhere in the country and jumped on live to do this show. Listen, it is a definite for sure if you are built for it, because you have to work for it, baby. There's no quick come up overnight. It ain't a quick lick. It pays according to the level and the quality of your work. I definitely recommend it if you are built for it. And if not, if you want to be a keyboard girl or a keyboard guy, you most certainly can. Because don't forget, the queen got your back. I got a YouTube course, y'all. Feel free to sign up. It's available on queensheba.com. We're about to get down and dirty in these YouTube streets because money comes to me. So there's enough room for everybody. And we don't just say that. We mean that over here. Bravo, Addiction. Vivian, you got the floor.
Hey, y'all. How you doing? Hey, Queen
lady.
Sheba.
Hey.
I just want to say that the support system that Melody has is, to me, from what I've seen, the majority positive, out of her 600,000 supporters. And when we fall back into the negativity, we got to remember that she comes with positivity. And I think that's so simple to remember when you do that pause and stuff, because I'm one of them. I can't stand Hotel and his side piece. They just irritate me, and sometimes I have to remember the light that comes from Melody. And Melody will set anybody straight when they go too far. So yeah, for me, it's just because actually in my normal life, I'm extremely happy. Sometimes on the little bit on the goofy side, quirky side. So it's not hard for me to fall back into that. But yeah, I got into the negativity, and I was like, hold on. This isn't me. That's not the tower that I am. My tower is built on a lot more positivity than that. So, and when I say tower, it really comes from my mother. We used to visit old castles in Germany, and we would see the towers still standing, and they were round. And she said, look, they're round like women, and at the top, doesn't that look like a crown? Remember that you're a tower and how you're built. She said, she would tell us, women are the strongest beings on this planet. And don't you ever forget that, mentally and physically and spiritually. She said, don't you forget that. We'll lift a car off a child if we need to. So, but yeah, so all of that helps with my strength to stay positive and to remember just to be happy. Just to be happy. And I said what I said.
And she said what she said. And listen, today we partying, y'all. This ain't no funeral. This is the premiere. Listen, I need that energy, but just it's gearing up. We don't know what this season is going to bring, and like we not like I don't want to get stuck on Love and Married Huntsville, but just get ready. But pause if you catch yourself about to have a moment that may not be so positive. I think that's all everybody's saying. Queen, welcome to the stage. And Alf says that hold on. I'm sorry, Queen. Queen, give me 1 second. Alf, I was going to read your thing. She says, panelists, y'all are on your queening vibes with keeping your comments under 2 minutes, aren't they? Yes. Queen with the W. Welcome.
Hey, ladies. What's good? What's good? Blessings.
Hey. Blessings.
Blessings.
Hey.
I'm coming to encourage everybody and myself. Piggybacking off of what's been said so beautifully. It's an old little Blackfoot folklore that I was taught as a little girl. Listen to the quiet voices of the elders so the rest of the tribe doesn't have to listen to your screams. A lot of people communicate through their own traumas, and it shows up as a trauma dump. So turn that pain into power. Turn it into power. I was triggered a lot by what going on. Boom. But I'm turning it around to make people think, connecting the dots, why we're here, standing against the abuse. Turn that around. Use it to teach and educate. Don't fight and argue, because that's what the last thing we need is infighting. And we don't stand on that business. We stand on power, turning pain around into power. And I said what I said.
She said what she said effortlessly. It was beautiful.
Wow. Queen Sheba, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I want to get to the nitty gritty. What are we drinking and snacking on tonight?
Y'all, what we doing? Simone, what you sipping on, Simone?
I am having a margarita. I already have everything prepared to make it. So, yeah.
Okay, Simone gonna be sipping on a margarita. Let's see, Sugar, what you gonna be sipping on tonight?
I'm gonna be sipping on my Mai Tai.
Oh, I didn't expect that, Sugar.
So good. And I did your pause. I came from you know what they call the bamboo rafting in Jamaica. As soon as we got to the resort, this man turns around and say, okay, that'll be $170. I said, $170? He said, yeah. I said, who would pay $170 for a ride anywhere? He tried to hustle me. But I'm like, ain't we happy? Everybody happy in my Vivica Fox soul food voice, but we'd be more happy when we beat that bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I had to pause and I talked to him and I gave him $20 and got out of that cab. Period.
Period. He tried to hustle you. Black on black crime.
The pause help. It helps.
Look, black on black crime. Journey to Jasmine, what you sipping on tonight?
I'm sorry. You said what I'm drinking on? What I'm sipping on?
Yeah, what you sipping on?
You know what? I might have to go out to the stove because right now it's looking like tea. But
ain't nothing wrong with tea. Long Island?
Not quite. Maybe
okay.
Maybe Gullah Island.
Oh, all right. Cocoa gonna tell it. What you sipping on?
I'm gonna have me a wine cooler, some strawberry.
The wine cooler.
That's
oh my
God. What flavor?
Strawberry. That's my
girl.
favorite.
I used to drink wine coolers in college. A margarita flavor. You couldn't tell me shit. But okay. Miss Deborah, what you sipping on tonight?
Something I don't even like. Tea. I don't like tea, but I'm going to have some, to try to help with my congestion. So I'm having pomegranate green tea.
Okay. That sounds very
good.
Yep.
And safe.
Yep.
Bravo Addiction Vivian, what you sipping on tonight?
Sangrias.
I know that's right. Joy, what you sipping on?
You know what, Queen Sheba? We're not really a drinking household, but what I will do is I'm gonna put some cranberry juice in a wine glass so it feel like I'm doing something. And then I'm gonna make me a little Queen Sheba cheese plate. So a little cheese, a little meat, a little cracker.
Yes, Y'all know I love me a little meat and look, charcuterie, but I say meat and cheese plate, baby. I will choose that over a full course meal each and every time. How I see it, girl. What you sipping on today?
Funny enough, I went to Publix yesterday and I don't know if y'all know those little tiny bottles of margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought 2 of those and I'm gonna mix that with some popsicles, the Outshine popsicles, and a little bit of Smirnoff vodka, and that's gonna be my drink.
What time should we come over?
Oh, she said she getting lit
Yeah, that
for the
sounds
premiere.
good. I might have to go to the liquor store.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do champagne with a splash of vodka and a splash of orange juice.
Mm,
That's what I'm gonna do with a meat and with a cheese
that
plate,
sounds
Joy.
Come on, strawberries
Good.
and champagne.
Right.
Strawberries.
I might do some grapefruit juice now. You know what? I might have to switch up because I'm a
Ooh.
creature of habit. But how I see it, you got the floor. What you standing on?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. Jeez. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm standing on a little bit of education, right? Or educating, because I've seen, YouTubers and even in the comment section of certain blogs where people are saying, oh, it's not DV or it's just the text. And we saw that even in the trailer for the show. They're like, it's just the text. And I want people to understand, I'm not a lawyer, but I try to do my research that in certain states or jurisdictions, um, it's considered DV because it's a form of can I say abuse? I don't know. Abuse when
Yeah,
one
yeah, you can say
person
abuse. Mhm.
is using various means of communication to control, to intimidate, or to cause mental and emotional harm to their current intimate partner or their ex intimate partner or a family member. And it's repeated and unwanted contact, whether it's by phone calls or text messages, even DMs, right? And through my research, I also found that, this type of communication, as we know, because of, the filing that Mel did, it includes threats, it includes lies, it includes insults, it includes using, explicit language and spreading false information online about the victim. So this is why it's classified as DV. I know a lot of people feel like DV is just one thing, but it's a myriad of things. And if we're going to speak on it, we need to be educated so that we can educate those who are out here spreading misinformation. And I said what I said.
All right, I was waiting for you. Yes, she said what she said. I was like, she better say it.
Almost forgot.
Steffi, 1961, you got the floor. What you standing on? You're on mute, Steffi. I muted you because you had some background noise. You got to come off mute. Unmute your microphone. All right. If not, Steffi might be what is it called? Preoccupied. Let me go to my super chats. Give me 1 second.
All right, Palace. The Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag. That's a lot of money.
Y'all, do you know I do all things for my YouTube, my graphics, my editing, my B-rolls, everything, my clips, my every single thing, self-taught. So I'm really happy for those of you that had the opportunity to sign up for the course. We're gonna have a hell of a time in that class. Joanna Williams with a 10-piece and a pepper. We appreciate you, Queen. She says, love your show, Queen. Know that you are loved by many. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Joanna. 41 Fit says, take Queen Sheba's course. Yes, if you can, get in where you fit in, honey. Stephanie Tony gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients. Let me tell you something. We have very generous people on this channel. Very generous, but they say water seeks its own level. So I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked at all. Shaquita Evans with a 5-piece and a pepper. She says, my husband and I are in Melody's property preservation class now. We are super excited. I am ready to see Mel back on my TV screen. It is going to be hot tonight. I am so excited. I agree. It's an excellent class, and good luck to you, Shaquita, when you get out in the field. Girl, they send that work fast. Look, Minky Finky, congratulations on your 13th month membership. She says she's sipping on tequila sunrise. To Latrice, one of my moderators says she's sipping on a white owl tonight. What's a white owl? Don't nobody know? Look, y'all, I need some of y'all to drop down. I got people trying to come up. If you are not a priority panelist, and I know who you are, I need y'all to drop down for me. Because I got a lot of people trying to come up stage. I appreciate it. All right. Give me 1 second. Clicks and views say she's sipping on Coke 45. Baby, don't go to jail tonight. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have them people at your door. Don't do it, baby. It ain't worth it. Steffi, 1961, welcome. Steffi, mic check. Steffi.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can.
Okay, welcome. I'm standing on business about the same thing you said. You don't have to express every time you hear a comment. My dad always said, silence is golden. Move in silence. And when it comes to the front, they'll know what's going on. Take notes. That's the way Queen moves. And it always worked. And I said what I said.
Amen. You see, she pulling off. Start her truck up. You said what she said. Yes, and her Ford pickup truck. I appreciate you, Steffi, for standing on business. It's like candy. Welcome to the stage. What you standing on?
Hey, it's me. I can feel it when you walk. It's a celebration over here. Honey, we done fried catfish. Baby, we done fried catfish. I got Hennessy, I got cranberry, I got Sprite, I got Crown, I got vanilla Crown, I got the blackberry Crown. We got lemonade. We're not playing with y'all. We're not playing with y'all.
Not tonight.
And so every TV will be on. I want her to get all the credit. And so we are celebrating that the show has returned. And I'm just letting her know, just a millimeter from Texas, honey. But it's a celebration over here. So we frying fish and just playing all the musics and listening to your show. And I just wanted to come up and let you know, love you. I said what I said. I hope everyone has a great Saturday on this great day of the return of the show. Go Melody. Go Melody. Win, Mel, win. Win, Mel, win. Win, Mel, win.
That's right.
That's right. And it's like Candy is also one of my priority panelists. So Candy, I appreciate you pulling up. I love you. Always bring that fire. You pack
Yes,
that.
ma'am. And then I'm gonna pull. Give me the sound effect where I'm pulling off in a F-150 in somebody's backcountry town with the smoke popping out at the back. Give me that sound effect on my way back to the chat.
Well, I don't have that one because we don't. Well, let me give you this one.
That's the one.
She pulled off. She back to the chat. Hershey, you got the floor. What's up, Hershey 85?
Hello, everybody on this beautiful Saturday. I'm standing on because I had just came from a funeral. Lord have mercy. But I'm standing on all of us sisters. We gotta figure out what we gonna do as a whole for real to support our sis on this big screen and let it be known that we're not finna cape for these black men like this anymore. This is ridiculous. The way that people are like protecting this man and making her seem petty, it boils me. And so right now I'm just looking for all y'all to let us know, all the content creators who stands with her and his sisters in love with her, to let us know what we need to do, because caping for just black men, not good black men. I'm not talking about the good black men, because we do have some, okay? But I'm talking about Ray them and Martell them, okay? Just we need to stop caping. Because Pookie and them, if they do the crime, they need to go to jail. All this, we don't need to have black men in jail, is for the birds. And I said what I said.
And she said what the hell she said. Hold on. Let me give you a good one. Hold on. She brought a pipe. She said what she said. Listen, for real, for real. Y'all out here, y'all, what did you call
And
it?
I'm
Caping? Hershey?
caping. It's like, oh, the black men, like, now, I
Capping.
don't feel like we should send our black men to jail. Okay. Well, if they do the crime, is that the way you feel about little Chris too? Shouldn't he go to jail for stealing them rims or whatever he
Mm.
was stealing?
He
If you
stole
got,
rim.
if you commit a crime, you need to go to jail. Period. I don't care what color you are. Period. Because what about black women? Should we just accept abuse and keep being unalived out here because the black man don't need to go to jail?
Come on now.
Excuse me? We just as important, aren't we? So, sisters, we are just as important. And Nell is she got that old school mentality, and we just got to keep stomping on it and stomping on it like grapes until we get it up out of here. Period. And I'm
I
gonna go on
love
back
it.
to the book.
Damn. Anybody want to react to what Hershey said before I move on?
I agree. If you do the crime, do the time. But in some cases, you need a Pookie and a Ray Ray to pull up. You need a cousin Pookie or Ray Ray to pull up and help you handle some business sometimes, as women. Sometimes we need a little cousin Pookie or cousin Ray Ray.
I
I'm just saying, all in positivity though.
Yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
understand that. We do need some people to pull up to get some, because like I said, if I was male cousin, I would have Martell and them would have been got touched a long time ago. But that's just me and mine. But
No,
what
I
I'm
agree with you.
saying
I
is,
agree with you.
yeah,
I agree
like
with
the good black men, yeah, we need to protect them at all costs, but they need to protect us too.
you.
They
Amen.
need to
I don't think
protect
it's
us
a
too.
woman's job to protect a man.
I don't either.
At all.
Damn.
Not like that. No, like I'm just saying, but it's we've been on the front lines forever. And I'm cool with that. But when is anybody gonna be on the front line for us as black women?
Mm.
When is anybody gonna do that? And that's all I'm saying. And I love you all. I be in the bushes, but I do love y'all all, and I will be supporting our sister tonight. So I will see y'all later.
Love
We
We
you.
love
love
you,
you
Hershey.
too.
Thank you for massaging the dialogue and bringing a different perspective, saying, what are we doing? We gonna keep caping for these niggas? And she's not talking about the good men. We talking about the dusties, the dust bunnies, the pookies and the
Yeah.
ray rays that don't give a damn about you, that are misogynistic, that are machismo. They don't care. You were something to do and sent home when he's done. He tell me what you about to get into? Those kind. That's what we talking about. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The ones that don't give a damn about you. And all these women that are out here holding the line, Nell. What the fuck you holding the line for Martell for? He called you a whole side chick.
That's what I don't understand. What's she doing? It doesn't make sense. She's clowning
Oh,
herself.
yep.
Queen, you're gonna have to drop me down because my thing is acting up. So just drop me
Okay, I
down.
got you. I got you. Let me drop you down. Okay, Deborah, I see you spun the block. My priority panelist. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I came back up because I did want to address what the last person just said. With as far as Nell goes, you don't send men to jail unjustly. I think when they had worked it out, when he threatened her before, they went silent. I guess they, did what they did. But the moment she found out that you allegedly shared that information with the person who broke up her family, helped break up her family, and then with a blogger, yes, charges should have been pressed. I don't know what Nell is talking about. I don't think she's looking at the whole thing. They did work it out. Melody could have pressed charges the year before, but she didn't, you know, until she found out that this man shared their personal information with his girlfriend. So, yeah, I don't have any sympathy for him. He needs to go to jail. I hope he spends some time. I don't care if it's 10 days, he needs to do some kind of time, in my opinion. And then maybe he'll take it seriously and get serious about getting himself together and getting some help. But no, No, I'm not protecting him. I have no interest in protecting him.
Well,
That's
what
all.
you need a man for if you got to protect him? You protect your sons
Exactly.
and your boys.
Exactly. Yeah. Like what kind of mess is that? We're just supposed to take any kind of behavior from them, and if we can work it out. They did try to work it out, and he went beyond that. So now I like Nell, but she's I guess she's just from a mother who has a troubled son. Maybe she's coming from that perspective, but no. No, she should have. Somebody said she should have talked to Melody about that.
Mm-hmm.
Behind closed doors or whatever. You can talk to Stormy of all people. Like, come on now, come on, sis. So
Listen,
yeah,
let me tell y'all something about friends, and let's get it straight right now, so that we don't expect masterpieces from messy ass women. Okay, a woman that's committed to not being your friend and betraying you ain't trying to talk to you before she say what she needs to say. She said what the hell she said. Nell said it and meant it. Look at her face and her body language. She didn't want to talk to Mel. Some people don't give a damn. The fact that it's you makes sense. The fact that it's you, he don't need to go to jail. The fact that it's you, they ain't gonna like it. The fact that it's you, they ain't coming. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Y'all
Can
still
I
be
say?
hanging out with them people. Hanging
Mm-hmm.
out with people that don't like you, hanging out with people you don't like. For what? Nell is not Melody's friend, in my opinion.
Mm-mm.
I checked that out when you asking her about a damn business at a name changing ceremony, and when you trying to get in a moment to get paid off of her back and her coattail. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Arguing with
I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Martell. Come on,
I
am I
agree.
right?
Yep,
No,
she
no,
kept
you're
Yes.
bringing up
absolutely
Melody and
right.
Martell too.
Absolutely.
And I was like,
Yeah,
why Nell keep doing that? She kept bringing up Melody and Martell. And I'm like, where's her storyline? And to sit there and say what she said in front of Stormy really like made me mad. Because if it was her daughter, she wouldn't be saying that.
the
Yeah.
moment I found out that you think the person who did that to me shouldn't go to jail, we're not friends anymore.
Well, let me tell
I'm
y'all
deleting
something.
your number.
What's that girl's name? Lexi tried to tell y'all, and y'all called her jealous and bitter. She tried to lay it. She may have been ahead of her time, but if Lexi was coming with that same energy and heat, now y'all see what Lexi was talking about. It's starting to show. You can only fake the funk for so long.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? You can
Yep.
only fake the funk so long before your real true colors come out. You're not a girl's girl.
No.
Lexi said it. She interrupted my time with my father. She's male identified. She ain't for the women. And don't be using the black community to talk about we should protect Martell because he's a black man. Girl, get the hell
That
out of
part.
here.
Does Mattel protect his black children? Aren't they part of the black community now? Goodbye now.
Mm.
All right. Anybody else? Kim
You
Green.
know what I think? I think that anybody who had any like, I love Mel, Mel's cool, Nell's cool, and Nell, N-E, is cool and all that. You can look back now and you can see it's been there all along. It's
Yeah.
been, I just want you to get to it, understand, and I want you to work it out. You setting up meetings with someone who is completely jealous of his wife to try to get some understanding. He don't want no understanding with that woman.
Hmm.
Unless she lets him be a dog and do whatever he wants in the streets and abuse her and talk to her any kind of way and do whatever he's doing to his own children. You know what I'm saying? He don't want understanding. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been there. It's
Yeah, it's
been there.
been
And I'm old enough to know
Uh-oh.
that those type of people do exist, and they always want everybody to get along even when you're being done wrong. That's their goal. Everybody just needs to get along. Get out of here with that. How about you save somebody from abuse? How about you encourage them to get help, assistance, report, and all that? That's what you're supposed to be doing. But you don't. And what is
all
what
right.
is with you and
Uh,
this defendant of whatchamacallit, of hotel? What is that? That's weird. You're weird. That's just my opinion.
All right. Kim.
Hey, friends. How many of us have them?
Hey,
And
Period.
friend, the ones
so,
let the
as
ones
far as
we
now,
can depend on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
listening. I'm trying to keep it upbeat. And then I said, Nail ain't gonna bother me because I listened to the whole clip. And backpedaling Nail. She at the end of the clip, then you hear her say, "Well, I don't know what I would do if it would happen to me." After you done
What
sat up
happened?
there and let that woman Stormy, say something, putting words in your mouth, and she looking scared to me. It's like, what do I say next? What do I say next? But I'm just ready to see when they have the scene when Mel have them shades on and be dancing and bobbing, dancing and bobbing. Yeah, she gonna have this is her year this year. Watch what
Yes.
I tell you. I'm speaking it into her life. She's gonna be fabulous this year. And for the people that can't take it, that's okay. We gonna pray for you. But I'm watching. I'm watching, and I'm gonna be standing on business. Friends, how many
How
of
many
us
of
have
us
them?
have them? And thank you for coming up, Kim. I appreciate you.
Can I say this, Queen, right quick? My circle
Yeah.
is so small that I answered somebody and I turned around and looked and it was God when nobody else in my circle.
Mm.
I love y'all. Be blessed.
We love you too.
I'll
I'm
be on
gonna look
that Grey Goose tonight, though.
Great goose.
all right.
Y'all
Let me go to my next caller. All things posse 40. Did I say it right? Hold on.
All things possible 40.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Welcome.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Just want to
Hey.
say,
hello.
oh, can you hear me?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
you got the floor. Uh-huh.
Okay. Just want to say that I love the palace. You as well, Queen. Um, I thank you so much for introducing the power of pause for us. I know that that is something that I needed because throughout this time watching Love and Marriage Hip Hop, Love and Marriage, it seems like Love and Marriage Hip Hop at this point, but Love and Marriage Huntsville, um, it's been really triggering for me. And I found myself having to learn to not respond to every clip that came out. Even when it came down to the court documents, it was triggering for me. So I just want to say thank you for introducing the power of pause. The other thing I want to say and mention is that it's very disturbing to me that OWN Network is, you know, um, okay with promoting this kind of behavior. And it makes me think about James Norman, who came from Sweetie Pies. I just don't understand
Yeah.
um, why they're, promoting this kind of behavior. And again, I'm just thankful that, we have a safe place to come to, which is the Queen Palace, to be able to express our thoughts and do it in a safe space. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. And thank you for coming up and standing on business. And you need to
Mm-hmm.
sign it, seal it, and deliver it.
I said what I said.
Yes, yes, you did.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't have any priority panelists lined up. Let me go through my list real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. That's backstage. I want to make sure I get them if I do. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let's go to Gigi. Welcome to the stage, Gigi. What you
Hey,
standing
Queen.
on?
So can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want to say this and then I want to tell you something else. So when it comes to the show, I had to kind of take a step back from social media too, because it was a little bit getting too much. It was just too many people were talking. And I just had to kind of just take a pause and take a step back. I am watching the show tonight. I never was said I was gonna black out, and I understand people that is, but I'm gonna watch it. My sister and I and a friend, we're gonna watch it. So, but when it comes to Melanie, my mom told me something years ago. Sometimes the loudest noise in a room is the person that's silent. And Mel is so silent that I'm gonna just take a beat that, hey, I don't, I'm just gonna support her in her silence and watch the show and see what happens and hope that some of these clips they putting out that it turns out a little bit different. That's that's my hopes. So that's what I'm gonna say about the show. But to you, Queen, in our Monday coffee break, sis, yesterday I just happened to be in the right place at the right time and got a new job offer with 17 grand over what I'm making.
What?
Yes. I
Shit.
wasn't even supposed to. I didn't even apply for it. I went to drop something off for my granddaughter, and, and my daughter-in-law's boss was there, and I ended up getting offered this job. And before, and she told me to go do this application and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat. Before I could get home, the job was I had already got the job. All I had to do was just send my
Wow.
application in and finish that. So with that, this morning, I called one of my supervisors to tell her, "Hey, I'm probably going to be leaving." And then when I tell her that, she said, "Oh no, I will counter offer that." So
Wow.
in 2 days, I've
Come
gotten two
on.
offers. So when God said there's an action, there's a reaction to your action. God told me to do something the other day, and I just did it. And when I thank God that it was a reaction to the actions He told me to do, that's why I'm at today. So that I just wanted to say that, y'all.
Listen, congratulations to you. Well deserved. We call it
So
serendipity. Serendipity. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Hold
I know
on.
what you're
Y'all help
saying.
me
Yes.
out. Okay. That's where good things find you when you're not looking for. You're just being about your purpose in your business, and good things just fall at your feet. Janine, isn't that awesome news?
That is so amazing. I call it favor.
Me
Favor
Mm,
too.
ain't fair. Favor ain't fair. And yes, it's serendipity. Oh my goodness.
dippity.
That
I knew
that
I
is
was messing that
super
word up.
amazing. Yeah, you got it, girl. You got it. Like, look at all I'm gonna say is look at God. He's just so amazing. But I just wanted to say good morning, Queen Sheba. I'm at my day job. I'm doing overtime today, so it's gonna be short and brief. But I'm listening to you today, and I'm just standing with these women today and the men on your panel that understand that, first of all, you're right. We weren't created to protect our men per se, but we also not supposed to throw them under the bus. But if we can't call our men out when they wrong, who gonna call them out?
Mm.
Mm.
Who gonna call them out? Same thing. If we can't call our sisters out when we wrong and when our slip is showing, who gonna tell us? Melody is a female that I see working in excellence. Melody has shared her pain, her triumphs, her trauma, and she's done it with so much dignity, so much class. She hibernates to get herself together. She does not spill over and spill out. All of us don't have that because it's just not either ingrained in us or it wasn't taught. No judgment. But let us take a page from her book. And she got therapy right away. And she got those children put in therapy right away. And sometimes, like another caller said, it's Black people, and I hate always saying that. As a people, a lot of times we might not understand that it's okay to go to therapy. Always, excuse me, that's somebody.
Your
At our
volume went
history,
out.
they
There
was
you go.
um can, can you hear me? Yeah, my
Now
phone
we
had rang.
can.
If you
Mhm.
look at the history, they were doing like operations on us with no anesthesia, saying that Black women didn't feel pain. The devil is a liar. So, ladies, when you're feeling pain, say you feel pain. Get the help you need. Of course, go to your faith. Your faith is always going to sustain you. But also, if you can afford it, get the help you need. Men, get the help you need so you're not beating on women, antagonizing us, embarrassing us because you're leaking somewhere, because you wasn't loved by your parents or whatever happened growing up. All of us come with a certain sense of challenges that we have to overcome when we become adults. So, Queen Sheba, just thank you for your platform. And I love what you said. You remind me of my sister. She don't have the bandwidth for small things. She's a mover, she's a shaker, and she say what she mean and she mean what she say. She's not going to bait because I mean she had to do me a lot when we were coming up. You know what I mean? And because of her, I am super strong today. I've been through some stuff, but I promise you, it made me better. I couldn't see it when I was in it, but when I got to the other side, I saw how God's hand
was upon me, and I see how strong I am, and I also see how I can take those experiences and really talk to other people and let them know you built for this. If it's coming your way, you built for it, and you can get through it because it's a story for you to tell on the other side to help somebody else get through. And I said what I said.
Amen. And
Amen.
thank you for such a
Amen.
beautiful, beautiful message today on this Saturday while you working. She pulling up in the corporate
Girl.
office, y'all. I can see her too on camera.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
here.
can't,
I'm
but I
here.
can.
Oh, you know what, Queen? I couldn't. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. But I always forget my passcode. And I was trying to do what do you call it? Yeah, membership for 5 people. So
Mhm.
I just sent you the Cash App and just said that it was for the membership for
I
five
can't.
people.
So I can't do it, but I can refund it to you because I don't know how to do all that. That YouTube
Don't
controls that.
worry, just keep it. I'll figure it out later.
I'll
Next
put it
week
on the
when you
coffee
come up,
card. I'll put it on the
do
coffee
what you
card.
want. Do whatever you want with it. Okay. I'll
Okay.
just do it again next week. Okay. Because
Okay.
I do want to give some membership because what you're doing here, everybody not doing this. Everybody
Mm.
is not doing this. And I just want you to know from me to you, I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you. So and I appreciate what you did for us behind the wall with the financial class and the insurance class. So we love you, Janine.
Oh, amen.
Yeah, we
Amen.
really do.
Thank
We thank
you. And
you.
thank you. You know what? I got to go on record. I'm sorry, but I got to give her kudos. This woman let me come on her platform, speak about insurance to her audience. And it wasn't for me to come in and get any clients per se, but I did get a few. And the gift that you sent me, it was just wonderful for people just pouring out their heart to me. And they didn't have to. I wasn't looking for it, but I tell you one thing, I truly did appreciate it. And I appreciate you, Queen. Queen, you top notch, mama. Top
I
notch.
receive it. I receive it. Is it top-notch security, baby? I receive
Girl.
it. All right. You have a good one.
Deuces.
All right. Marie, welcome. Thank you for your patience, Marie. You're on mute though, Marie. You have to unmute yourself. Marie, mic check 1, 2, 3. We got Marie. We need a mic check on Marie. Marie, unmute your microphone. Hey,
Yeah,
unmute
yeah.
mic. There
Hi,
you
Queen
go.
Sheba. How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome.
Yeah, I was listening to Nancy Grace last night about a case, a father on a life that little boy. He was
Mhm.
6. The mother filed 100 complaints in 20 months. No mother pay attention. The day before the father did that, he went to the court system for an emergency even custody. Teacher complained about the abuse. Nobody do nothing. They thought she was crazy until that man unalived that little boy the next day. And then I think about those kids because they are not listening about the mother. They always think the mother is crazy when the mother keep on filing abuse and abuse and abuse. The mother wasn't crazy. And that little boy is no longer with us.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. You know what? So, and for those of you, what she's saying is it's a mother's job to protect. And a lot of
Yes.
us are so busy caping for these men. Oh, she just mad because they not together. Oh, she just mad. She using them kids against him. In some cases, that is the truth. That
Yeah,
is
they
the truth. But not
teach.
in all cases, right? And not in most cases.
No, teacher
Women,
file, the mothers file 100 times in 20 months.
Mm.
Child abuse, nobody pay attention. Nobody pay attention to that.
yeah. I appreciate you coming up and thank you, Marie.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay, you too, honey. All right. So listen, let me ask y'all something. Is that the theme? And I don't want to. Is that the theme? Let's keep it real. Sugar, Cocoa, Gonzalez, Bravo, Addiction, Vivian, Deborah, and the chat. Is the theme? Let's keep it real. In the Black community, is for us to windmill for these men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It to me it's twofold. One, because a lot of us think that by a man being that way, he's preparing
our children for the hardships of their color. And so I don't think they know that the difference between discipline, teaching, raising from abuse. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
Go ahead, jump in.
Oh, I agree because okay, I can say this. The reason why I say me being a Southern woman, I'm from Texas, and growing up, my grandma used to always say, us girls, me and my sister, we have to clean up the whole house. We have to wash the dishes. All the boys have to do is dump the trash. And they can sit and play their video game. We had to clean. We had to help her in the kitchen cook. And the way my dad interacted with me and my brothers were, for me and my sister, they were still made us do like the gender roles, like y'all must cook and clean. And then when we got older, our body started to develop. You can't be around men. You can't do this because you're a girl, but the boys can have all the girlfriends they want. On top of that, my dad was he was more physically abusive towards my brothers, like punching them in the chest, grabbing on them because he felt like he used to be a man. And he used to always say my brother was too soft and all these things. And so I saw as a child that the Black community does raise Black men to be aggressive. And also my grandma would make excuses for it. Like she would run down to the jailhouse if my dad got arrested or something. So, and my sister does that. Like she says things with my nephew, like, he needs to be a boy, he too soft. And I would tell her, like, what do you mean by that? It's like some Black women in one breath like to promote misogyny and patriarchy. Then in another breath, they want to go and protect Black men and they don't care what happens to Black women and children. It's like we're second citizens in the Black community, and Black men are like the white men in the community. And I know that might come off wrong, but
I mean, it's real.
I
We
get
keep it
it.
real. You said what you said.
I
Well,
get it.
I'm going to say this. I I think we are moving. Thank God, we're getting away from women not speaking up because women are clearly talking about abuse now. When I was growing up, I'm 61. Well, I'll be 61 this month. We grew up. If you got beat up, you just go stay somewhere or let the man go stay somewhere till things cool down, and then you just go back to the normal. Women now they have jobs. They're realizing they don't need a man to take care of them. So I'm praying that this I'd say maybe 2 generations from now, more it will be less more women will understand that we love our Black men. No, nobody loves them more than we do, but we're going to hold them accountable. So that way we can stop the pattern, of them being abusive toward us. It's not okay. It's not okay. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you got one time to put your hands on me. One time.
You know
And
what? I only
may
got
or
one
may not
hand.
survive. Yeah,
Well,
that too. I have tolerance for nothing now.
yeah,
Right.
I agree. Well, in my situation, um, I grew up around abuse, but to piggyback off the last caller, yeah, my mom called plenty of times and they didn't take her seriously. So it wasn't until I turned 14 when I had to go stay with her and my stepfather. And when I called the police, it was a whole different story.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about it was about 20 of them surrounding my whole house, when I called, because the abuse got so bad that it came to a point where my mom started fighting back. But that's why I just try to advocate it's deeper than what we think because it really messes you up mentally. So and the family would say, oh, they just got into it again, or oh, that's just him. But I was the child in the situation. And I think that it's learned behavior. His daddy was abusive to his mama. And so what do we do with that? I felt like, where do I go? And I had friends and they didn't understand because they wasn't in the situation I was in. And I didn't have nowhere to go. So it's like, okay, so then who speak up for the children?
yeah, a lot of Black children are a lot of Black children are in hostile environments and people overlook it. And that's the unfortunate part. And I sometimes I ask myself, do black, I know some good black men out there that love black women, but do the majority of black men love black women the way the majority of black women love black men?
Can I answer that for you?
Go ahead, Queen Sheba.
I was talking to a friend. Damn, I need a mimosa. I should have poured a glass of champagne. I was talking to a friend this week, and I was maybe it was my cousin. I was walking in the rain. I got caught in the middle of the rain. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep walking. It was great. But I had my little hoodie on and all of that. And we were talking about men. And I jokingly said, I said, women always give a man 100%. Most times you'll never get 100% from a man, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Because he will reserve some for himself. There's a part of him he's going to protect, period, point blank. That doesn't mean he's going to treat you bad. That doesn't mean he will not treat you like a queen and it'll felt like the best thing that you ever had. Yep. Women should start keeping more. That 85% that Martell talked about, you damn right, because I need 15% for myself, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I need 15% because if I give you all of me, what do I have left? So women that give 100%. And ask if most women are honest, you lucky if you get 50% of what you need from most men.
Yep.
But why do we do that, Queen Sheba? That's what I'm saying. Why do we do that? Why do majority of the women, you know, in the black community do that? So we have to start with loving yourself. What's being taught? Then y'all let these same people that y'all traumatized as children, then they turn into adults, and then they the ones we dating. So you know what I mean? It's a bigger problem. Like, we can give a whole bunch of scenarios, but I'm trying to get to the root. Like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? So, because if we don't get to the root, like me, I choose to change the pattern in my situation. You see what I'm saying? But and no one, that was just me looking better. I mean, looking for better, or like, I don't agree with what my mom doing, or I don't agree with, you know what I mean? It was more of me personally saying that. But the people that don't do that, so now we out at a club or at a laundromat, whatever, we meeting this person that got all this trauma and this baggage, don't love him or herself, and then they enter into relationships. Well, if we don't learn how to relate, then we entering into relationships. We don't know how to deal with when somebody what is that word I'm looking for? When you, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little nervous. I get a
that's
little
all
okay. When somebody disrespect you, then we're taught to get over it. And then, so when somebody tell you to get over it, so it's like, okay, so what's that? But then it boils down to, what is love? So am I to assume that you know what love is? You know what I mean? So now we adults, and now we gotta untraumatize ourselves, deal with our trauma, and learn how to accept rejection. That's what I'm looking for. When women reject men, I have seen an uptake in the disrespect that comes with that. If a man try to, holler at a female and she don't want to holler at him, I always hear FUB. Well, forget you, then you whoop. Like, what is all that? Cause she not
Well,
trying.
let me. I think it's a few things, and I'm not gonna. I can't, like, that's a whole different conversation. Number one, we only emulate. I hope I'm saying the right word. What our environment.
You right.
It's not that we don't know how to love. Most of us aren't willing, because there's a lot of things I did not know when I stepped into the world as a 20-something-year-old, 30-something, but I wanted to learn. So there's a difference between not knowing and wanting to know and wanting to get to improve, right? Listen, you can watch content creators turn to violence and become very volatile in nature if somebody says or does something that they don't like. Bitch, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Been there. You see what I'm saying? Very aggressive by nature. It doesn't even have to be male-female relationships. Women content creators do it too. Say something they don't like. That'll tell you the true character of what you're dealing with. That's real quick in the Black community to go off, to get violent. That's not physical, but that can lead to physical, that verbal abuse. Because if you did that shit in person and popped off and called somebody's grandma a bitch and a hoe, you would get your ass smacked down in Texas, get your fucking teeth knocked out your mouth. That's the first thing. You see what I said? Even though it's not physical, it could lead to physical if you carried that same energy in person. The second thing is, women, Black women keep each other down. Every time you sleeping with a married man, you stepping on the neck of another woman and her family and her children. Every time you whatever, you stepping on her neck. And then black men don't even hold each other accountable. They will watch a man do wrong and say, "Shit, that don't concern me." Well, what does concern you?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, those are three different panels right there that we could carve out three different conversations. I'm
I
gonna let
was
y'all jump in. I'm gonna let y'all jump in.
I was gonna say Queen Sheba. From I think because I'm you guys know I have a lot of brothers. So from what I see, like seeing the way Marisa Marceau is, I tell people all the time when I talk, they like, cool. You always said I tell them I'm from the South. So when I first watched the show, I said, oh Lord, they bringing in a lot of the thought process from some of the men in my family, which thinking that a woman has to cater to them, a woman must do all this for them, and they have the bare minimum. If people look and peel back the layers, really Tisha does a lot in her marriage. Yes, she annoying, but he uses her name and stuff like that to get loans and stuff like that. He can he sometimes he don't even get it on his own because the banks give more loans to black women. You see Kimmy, she was a nurse, and she had, it looks to me that she has a lot of the money. I don't know that to be a fact, but before the show started, Maurice was a barber. And then you see Melody has no criminal record at all, super intelligent, and get with Martell, and she's pulling a lot of the weight. That's some of the things that black men feel like their wives need to take the place of their mother, something they did not have or did not get. And when you pull away and you don't give them everything and all of that, they feel like they're being abandoned all over again. I hope I'm making sense, but
Well, it is, but it happens outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now we can just talk, right? Those are Martell is any nigga you can find in the hood. But
yep,
let's
that's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, come on. Women are violent. Women are raising their hands to get abused, not necessarily physically. That's not what I'm talking about. To get used up, washed up.
Yep.
And the niggas, they food stamp cards.
They car, the
When they
kids
kids need
yep.
to eat. Letting these niggas drive their cars while they at work.
And it's their car, they bought it, and then if they try to drive it, the man would get mad and say, "I'm gonna drive." I seen Kushiba, I know. I grew up in the hood, so I know. I've seen it all, and that's why I say what Melody has gone through is not different from what I've seen growing up. It's just that she tried to love him, and when I see women in the comments saying, "You know what? It's sad what he did to Melody, but he is fine. I'll date him," I say, "Now look at this. You see what I'm saying? Like
That's what I'm saying. It happens outside of Love and I'm not so deep in Love and Marriage Huntsville that I have to use those examples. We can just watch real life.
It's true. It's true. When I was
why
a
can't we be kind?
restaurant,
Go ahead,
oh, I'm
jump in,
sorry,
and
go
then
ahead.
So Crafty Lion, you're up next.
Oh, me?
Go ahead.
When I was a restaurant manager, the majority of us working there were black women. When I tell you how many of these girls were feeding these men, there were like, I would say during the time that I was doing it, there were so many girls who was stealing money from the cash register to give to their man and all that. I mean, they were sacrificing their livelihood for these men on and one of them was not even, he wasn't even asking her to do that. That's just how she did things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Her goal
They'll
was
run drugs for these men, get prison time for men, killed.
prison time.
The list goes on and on and
And
on.
on.
Women need to start holding women accountable. We can't just keep saying men, they doing this and you gotta do better.
Right. Thank
That's
you.
true.
Thank you.
Patrol your pussy.
Patrol it. Or else
Like you gotta do better. There are a lot of women that will sleep with your husband, that will sleep with your man, sit at your table, eat your food, and do all of that. Step on your neck to get what you got. So it's just not men that are aggressive and conniving.
Yep, you're right.
No, I agree. It's both.
Period.
And I hate when women do stuff like this. I hate when women, like, I always, it's for me, y'all know, I can have sympathy for people, but I can also be like, girl, bye. I don't understand how women can see a man dog another woman out and then think they finna get different.
Because they do think they're different. They think their coochie is different.
Mm-hmm.
They do. I mean, but see, we might have to take this one behind the wall because I don't know how many men are listening. Y'all know they quick to holler, I got that good. Destiny told you she got that good. That's why LeBerick put her in jail. Y'all didn't hear her say it on live?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
Yeah,
I
we
did hear
heard
her
her.
say that. I said, this fool crazy. I said,
I
I
heard
said,
her.
what in the world? I said,
Child.
if it's so good, then why he didn't stay married to your child? She just crazy. And I feel
Because
like
she had that good for several other people
Don't
too,
nobody want no
probably.
demon pussy.
But you know what? You know what I want to say. These women, like Ariane, they get the part of the man that they don't have to work. Like when they first got together, he was out there sneaking and creeping. It was fun times. There was no responsibility, no kids to look after, businesses, all of that. No stresses over there. Just fun. Took her out, bought her things, probably think more money she had ever seen and stuff like that. They think it's the good stuff. Then when the wife leaves and you stuck with the real person, yeah. Where's
Yeah.
that same energy? Where's all that happiness and bragging online? I ain't seen her bragging online about all these wonderful things he did to her thing. Have you? I've not seen that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was
Why
fun,
did that? That's
when
my
she thought
Moses
she was
out.
winning something, but now that she got him, he's not
She
committed
ain't
to her.
even got him. Still got
That's
him.
what I'm saying. All of this he promised her. I think I heard her say that he said he was going to leave her, but it was because of the businesses and kids he couldn't do it yet. Whatever it was. Now he has the opportunity to run you right on down to the justice of the peace or backyard wedding. You still don't have it. So now and you don't have the money. So where's your fun now, sis? So yeah. So just for women, it's fun when you don't have all the responsibilities, but when you get them, that's what you get.
And
Yep.
that's
Mm-hmm.
Queen
So
Sheba
crafty
did.
lion. Let me let So Crafty get in real quick, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She's been waiting patiently. Go ahead, So Crafty
Hey,
lion.
can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I was going to say something completely different, but then Queen, you said something that made me think of something my father said to me. He said, relationships are 50-50. Give a person 50% of you, but give them 100% of the 50. Because when you walk away, you need that other 50% to rebuild. If you give them 100% of you and it ends, you don't have anything left to put yourself back together. So when you were talking about that 80, it just made me think of what he said. Give a person all of that 50 and no more because relationships are 50-50. And I thought about that. Um, I also wanted to say I grew up in an unusual situation to me because I had a two-parent household. And I had my father, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My father was a policeman. He was all up in our life. And some of my friends came from single parent homes. And I'm like, why do we have to have two parents? Why are y'all together? When are y'all going to get divorced? So I could go back and forth and have this and have that. As a kid, to me, it was a nuisance. It wasn't my father I was worried about. It was my mom who everybody had to worry about because he was a policeman. She worked for Department of Children and Family Services, and they weren't cutting us any slack. People would be like, I'm not coming to your house. Your father is a cop. I'm like, it's his wife you got to worry about. Miss 4'11", stand outside in the middle of the street, curse out everybody. That's the problem right there. Come when he's there so he could keep her in line.
Mm.
Guys like Martell, my father, he had come in there with his gun in his hand and told my sister's wife, you got to go. And told my sister, 10 minutes after he get far enough away, you get out too. I don't need to see you until tomorrow. Don't be bringing no mess into my house because I got a special sister. But I guess my whole point is my father, some things I hear and I get it, but I know that I'm lucky and I was blessed
Mm-hmm.
because I
Mm-hmm.
grew up with this man who felt us so much that he was all in our business, not to the point where he suffocated us and we couldn't grow up. We were city kids and he was real with us, no gang. You couldn't get anything past him. And he was a cop. So his kids did everything everybody else did. But he probably would have killed Martell over and over again.
Okay.
He told one of my sister's friends, I will blow your ass away and spend the rest of my life in prison. touch my daughter again and see what happened. I'm standing there as he got his gun in his hand by his hip, and I'm thinking, somebody gonna die. He going to prison. I'm gonna be an orphan. He didn't care when it came to his family. Touch my daughter again. I dare you. I want you to touch in front of me. And I'm thinking, as a kid, I'm a teenager. I know this ain't how this is supposed to go. So they out there, them good black men, they out there.
They are.
They are out there. Martell and the Scots, they just aren't them. But I'm hoping this season, as they try to come against Mel is strong. I think Mel is good. We in her corner supporting her. Tisha and Kimmy, I hope they find it in them to get some strength and do what they need to do too. But as for Mel, I think she's gonna be okay. And I think she got the right people behind us, like you guys are saying. Everybody just got to get themselves together and remember what it's all about. She don't need us out here fighting and, kicking up dust that way. Just supporting her for all the things that are positive. And I said what I said. I hope it made
All
sense.
right. It does make sense. Great story. Thank you for sharing and just looping it all together to make it make sense. So we appreciate you. I know I do. So Crafty Lion. Thank you so much. Let me pause for a second and gather my thoughts about what you said. When we think there's so much we can talk about, and we're not going to do it here today, but I want to come back to some of this that we've brought up and we've shared, because I think women, we start with ourselves. Hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? And how you treat each other, especially when nobody's looking. That's the first thing. When nobody's looking. The other thing is what we sow into our children. A man told me many, many years ago when I was a teenager, he explained why marriage is important and how marriage was intended to be, with preserving yourself, a man and a woman, so that when you come together, you have nothing to measure your good up against. See, when a man's had everything, he can measure your good up against what he used to have and what old girl did in 19 whatever and 2000 whatever, and how she was a freak and how you ain't doing that. He was saying that marriage is when both of you have not had that experience with anybody else and both of you are virgins, you come together and it's dynamic. You're learning each other together, right? And you evolve as a man and a woman as unified. And then you have a child and you have a shared love for the child that the two of you have created. And there is no imbalance when it comes to that mother, son, father, because number one, you started together in purity. Number two, you produce something in purity in your likeness. So it ain't no baby mamas, it ain't no baby daddies. What's happened is we completely out of order. We trying to apply the manual, the technical manual to a fucked up situation that we've created in the Black community. Wanting a man to come in, let's talk about it, and take care of kids and love them just like you do, and they're not his. It's not going to happen. He cannot emulate that love that their father and their mother can. Because now I'm not saying step parents are not capable of loving. That's not what I'm saying. But some people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to broken systems.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree too.
Me too.
I've seen it in my community, like growing up, like in the hood, like all these women would get out of a relationship, get in a relationship with a new man, and the man would, treat the kids good at first because he want to be with her. But as soon as he got her, then the kids go to the back burner, and if she have a kid with him, that's his priority. The other kids don't matter, and if they break up, he only want to see his kid. Now these other kids, it messes them up emotionally. But you are right, Queen Sheba. You cannot, have a foundation that's not built properly and cracks in the foundation, and then say somebody gonna come in and fix it.
No, because you broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't even taken accountability for breaking it and lending yourself out to man after man after man after man, producing child after child after child after child, and then say, well, we come as a package. And this is not an attack. I'm saying ground yourself in your expectations. Because what if you didn't? What if you walked into a situation where he has multiples? And he's like, well, I mean, shit, they come as a package and you got to cook for all of them. You got to bathe them all just like you do yours. Some women would. I won't. I'm just saying, not dating.
Right.
I'm not bending over backwards for kids that I did not create. That's a whole other story. I'm not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead. Let me be quiet.
But
No,
I agree with you.
this, go
I
ahead.
think
Sorry.
I think when you have somebody come in and you already have a child, you remain the primary parent. You do not say, okay, all of a sudden, this is your primary parent, or this is your daddy, or this is your new mama, all that stuff. You have to remember that there are other families and hope and parents involved in some sort of way. I had a friend who did that for years in a marriage, and her own child resented her and stuff. The other child still had a mama, still had other grandparents she would see and all that, but it was just like, what are you doing? You have to remember that if you involve somebody else in your child's life, you are still the primary parent. They are your spouse or your significant other or boyfriend, however you want to put it. And there still has to be boundaries as to who is the authoritative one in that child's life. And it should be the primary parent. And that has changed over the years. Some of it has worked, but the majority has not. And that's just the facts of the matter. It has not.
Well,
You cannot give up being. I can go on. I'm not going to go on, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying.
I got you. Anybody else before we wrap up want to jump in really quick? Sugar, Deborah.
So I will say this. I think each situation is different. If you don't have the capacity to, you know, to be, take full responsibility for the child, that's one thing. What I would say is it's always better if it's the mom and dad, who had the children together, because, it's no question of the love, you know, and the loyalty to the child. But if you do find yourself in a situation where you marry someone and they have kids, like, I guess you have to really think about that before you marry them or get in a serious relationship with them. That's something you have to work out together, you and him. Yeah, I would hope that you would be kind to the child,
Mm-hmm.
treat them, with care when they're in your care, make sure they feel wanted and at home and things like that. But yeah, but I can understand nobody's gonna love somebody else's child the way their biological parents will. I mean,
Well,
it's rare. It happens sometimes, but
right, and
it's
not to say they don't love them, but that biological love is
mhm,
so different. It
it
cannot
is.
it cannot be it cannot be cloned. You can get
I'll,
close to it, but that's why kids yearn for their parents.
Yeah,
I'll
and
share this real
Mm-hmm.
quick. When I was married years and years ago. Shouldn't have got married, but I was. With my stepchildren, I had two. I called their mom. I talked to her. I wanted to know, like, what kind of cereal do they like? What do they like to eat? Like, I reached out to her. She respected that. She said, you know what? Out of all the women he's ever dealt with, nobody ever called and said anything to me. So she was really grateful about that. So the children know when they came in, like my daughter could go in the refrigerator, they can go in. You know what I mean? I wanted them to feel like they were home because that, it was
Mm-hmm.
their dad's home too. So, and I was very conscious of all those things. So, it just depends. But nobody was going to love them like their mom and dad. I knew that. But I just wanted them to know that I was going to treat them with respect and care when they were in my care. And in fact, when we broke up, they used to still come to my house for a while. They would call me, ask if they come over. And the mom would ask me, like, if she was going out of town or sometime, something, she would ask me, can the youngest one come over and spend some time with me? Yeah, so it was like that. Yeah, we just had that kind of relationship. So
And let me clear something up real quick. So when I say when you say the capacity, most people do have the capacity to be a fantastic step parent, but most of these biological parents want you to have the capacity and not give you the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The
Hmm.
capacity to financially fund
Exactly.
them, the capacity to take care of them and love them, but don't tell them what to do or don't talk to them like that. Or you know what? Let me. That's what I mean. So
Yep.
most people, most of us don't want to be bothered. No, you can't get that part of me, but then I cannot be an authoritative figure when it comes time to have a hard conversation because some of y'all can't see your kids the way you need to.
Mm.
That's true.
I agree.
Queen Sheba, I was gonna say now, Russell Wilson. I will say, when with the Russell Wilson Sierra thing, I'm torn with it. In one breath, I do love that he stepped in for Baby Future, but I don't like how they try to use Baby Future against his father. And I see some that's
Hold on,
sometimes like,
hold on. How?
okay,
Yeah, how?
okay, so I don't. Well, it's not Future and Sierra. It's the fans. Like they'll be like, "Oh, this is now, this is baby Russell or something like that," and it's like, don't do that because he's a child. Let him grow up to form an opinion about. Because he was on live one time with his mom, and Sierra had to cut the live because he can read now. So people are just saying things negative about his dad and trying to like make there like an imbalance between Russell and the dad. And I do feel like Russell is a better parent than Future, but let him grow up to form his own opinion. Let's not do that because he's a
Right.
child.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, like with me,
And
my
his
my
dad needs to step up then. Russell
Hmm.
can't step back because Future won't step up. He's filling in the gaps.
That's true. Future is he got like 1,000 kids.
Future don't I don't his future has no interest in that child. But he
None.
will when Russell is done molding him. He will. Then he'll have interest. He has no interest. Let's call a spade a spade.
You're right,
Future
King.
doesn't give a damn,
yeah. Well, in
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's true.
you
So
got
you can't
my
in that
stepfather was a
case,
great
I
dad.
think that's a great example of a man that's all in.
He is. He is.
Like so like my stepfather, he was a great man. He was a great well, I want to say, dad to me. But how that arrangement was, he did not um he did not tell me, what to do. If he had an issue with me, he would go to my mom, and then my mom would come with me, come to me.
Right.
That's how it went, and that's how I carried it on with my children. If it, I'm not married, but if I date, I don't intertwine that. But he was a great man, but he just had a demon on him. But what you were saying about step parent. So I don't know. I mean, my mom was still always the primary. I just personally like the fact that I didn't feel intimidated by him because he never came to me, like that. He went to my mom would come to me, hey, woo, 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 and then she'll deal with it with me, and that was it. So I did not want nobody coming into my life trying to tell my kids what to do. But everybody don't feel like that. But and then I don't know from a marriage point of view. I'm just saying from a dating point of view. You know what I mean? I never had anybody come in to be my husband while my children were young. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Queen, can I? It's so crafty. I remember when my cousin got married, her stepfather walked her down the aisle, and we were at a family event, and it was like a big to do. That's a shame. Her dad should have walked her down the aisle, and
Mm.
everyone had something to say about it. And so I said, when it was time to be there through her childhood life, when it was time to pay for Catholic grammar school, when it was time to pay for Catholic high school, when it was time to send her to college and take care of her expenses for college, and when it was time to pay for his wedding, the man walking her down the aisle is the one who did all of that. When she got sick as a kid, I love my uncle, but I'm sorry. He's an uncle in name. The man who walked her down the aisle, that's the one who bared all the responsibility in person, in paper, and in wallet. So the right man walked her down the aisle. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to. And this was what I said to them. I don't care. He earned that right to walk her down the aisle. And I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen a smile so bright in my life. It was like he was doing an Epident commercial. He was smiling like he won. And he had another child with my aunt. And as luck would have it, he passed away shortly after that. And he didn't get a chance to see his daughter get married. But I never seen a smile so big in my life. You could see from denture to denture, like he had won the life lottery. He was so happy because he raised her.
Yep.
And it was an honor, all he is. So, I just thought I'd share that.
But look, what you said is exactly what we talked about when we
Mhm.
started the show. Don't hold people emotionally hostage. So they were attempting to guilt her into doing
Hmm.
what they thought she should
They
do.
were.
Yeah, that's trying to hold somebody
They
emotionally
were. They
hostage.
was trying to make her feel bad about it.
Yeah, don't hold me
Yeah.
hostage emotionally because I'm not doing or saying what you think I should be doing based on how you have not managed your emotions or detached from the situation.
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
Period.
are we in the same? Are we in the same family? Are we looking at this?
They don't
We didn't
care.
even see
If my
him. He didn't even
stepdad didn't
show
pass
up.
away, he was gonna walk me down the aisle. He sure was.
Hope, you've been waiting. Hope, you want to jump in?
Yes. Hi. I just want to say
Hi.
I love
Hi.
your show. I love your vibe. You have such a great personality. I admire your way of thinking. Like you have helped me too with self-control on certain things because I'm quick to respond. So when I like listen to how you think, I'm like, "Oh, she thinks different. This is, so I like that."
Oh, thank you. I had to learn, Hope. I had to learn the hard way. I used to be a firecracker. Quick, 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 and a short fuse. And like you remember Sugar was talking about understanding, and I was like, some people don't want to, and I wanted to.
Right.
So thank
Oh,
you.
That's
Keep
the
going.
difference. Hmm.
well, I used to be in an abusive marriage and I'm from the West African culture. When I left my ex-husband, I mean, they were upset. Number one, why I used to call the cops on him when he put his hands on me. It was like I was blamed for like, him bearing the consequences of his behavior.
Mm.
And instead of them asking me, like, oh, what's wrong? They were like, oh, you're trying to get him in trouble. How is he going to take care of his family back home in Africa? This man is here and you're trying to get him in trouble. Just talk to us, tell us. I mean, he was like putting his hands on me while I was pregnant and I was young. I was 19 and stuff. So I ended up having two kids by him. I ended up leaving. One day I just got so fed up and it was a day where like the cops came over and the lady told me, she said, you got to get away or else if we come back to this house we're going to take your baby. And that was like the most devastating thing ever when she said that. And I knew it was like God talking to her because a lot of times, they don't tell you, they just come and then do what they have to do. So that day I just left and I never looked back. I moved to like the furthest state. I mean, not even the nearest, but like all the way from the east, I left and went to the west. That's how far I left. Um, and when I left, they were telling me, oh, how are you going to find a man that's going to love you and your kids? Nobody's going to love the kids like their father. And that's not true. You can replace a father. A lot of fathers, especially in our community, because the men, when they are children, they are not nurtured. Sadly, because of the trauma that the Black community has endured. So it's kind of hard for their parents to like parent them in a loving way. So I can't blame the parents, but as a parent myself, you sometimes like you do want to think, okay, if I was a child, how would I feel? When I was a child and my parents yelled at me constantly, how did that make me feel? Like, how did I feel when my parents were constantly pointing out my wrongs, but never, applaud me for the good things I was doing? So I do that when I'm, with my kids. And I just feel like either some of our parents just didn't want to do that because they didn't care or didn't have any interest, but, to like, just to say that in our community, we protect the men more than the women. That's why I don't really support Black Lives Matters, because Black Lives Matters only matters when it's a Black man, not when it's a Black woman or a Black little girl.
Hmm.
You make a
And I
good
said
point.
what I said.
Now, she makes a good point because there's a Black advocate. And when I see like femicide and different things going on with Black women, they rarely make his page. I ain't gonna say no names. They
Just
rarely
saying.
make his page ever. And I thought, okay, but we Unlock Nation, welcome to the stage. What you
Hello,
standing
Queen.
on?
Hello, Queen. I just got a few things to say, then I'm hopping off. I do not advocate for violence towards a woman. As a matter of fact, anyone associated with violence towards a woman is automatically cut off from the knees. We are too big and too powerful to be scruffling with a woman. Now, it is true that certain women cut a certain tone with their tongue, but that does not give you the right to put your hands on a woman. It's like I said before, anybody who is associated with that type of violence is not associated with me. And I'll leave it at that.
Yes,
Yeah.
King.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for coming up. And that's what I think men, I hear a lot of these podcasters. Listen, y'all, they all in our business, whether they gay, straight, whatever. Men are just in our damn business in the 2000s. Podcasters, executive producers, what women should or should not be doing in their marriage. Focus on your species. And y'all get yourselves together and start talking about how we going to maintain these families and protect these homes and these neighborhoods from from the young generation that don't weigh 100 pounds wet, that's making y'all look shameful because y'all scared to go back at them, right? When we think about this young generation, you men focus on the men's business and let the women focus on our business. And I appreciate you coming up. We Unlock Nation. Any final thoughts from the panelists? 30 seconds or less, I can do a roundtable. I'll start with you, Steffi, 1961.
Okay, Queen, I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying. God had the perfect plan. He said one wife, one husband. So when we start entangling with all this other baby mama and stepchildren and all that, it's going to be a problem. But he had the perfect plan because he could foresee that.
I agree. Y'all, we having too much sex. You've had too many experiences. You've had too many you had too much sugar when it comes to sex. So it's like a high. You chasing the last encounter and it can't be duplicated. It can't be. You're
That's
gonna have to
right.
settle. And like a therapist told me many years ago, a lot of people don't like relationships because they say it's boring. That's called stability.
That's right.
And that's when you know if you're toxic or not, if stability is boring to you.
And like you said, how do we know what's good if we never had it?
Oh, come on.
Mm.
We've overfed ourselves. We've overconsumed when it comes to sex and anything else. That we just not in it for the long haul. That's boring. She boring. He boring. He don't even want to do this. ABC. Not just sex, spending money. He boring. Da 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 da. You've overconsumed.
Well,
Anybody
if
else?
it's, I'm sorry.
I just want to say, stay aware, observe your feelings, pause, let it pass through you, then respond or not. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Thank
Respect,
you,
Queen.
sugar.
Thank you for having me on your panel this morning.
Thank you. You have a wonderful weekend.
All right.
Bravo, Vivian. We'll go to you.
You know, I'm just gonna say, remember that when we put down the phone. Well, I always have my phone in my hand, but anyway, remember to be happy sometimes, and remember that sometimes those natural endorphins and stuff are actually good for you. So find something. I mean, even if you watch some silly show that you haven't seen in a while, find something within your pods that makes you feel good, you know, and I don't know. I think we need to get back to positivity. We need to keep it real, but we also need to show a way to make it turn into something better, you know, when we, you know, for each other. And that's it. And thank you, Queen. Thank you for having me up. Love you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
We love you,
weekend.
Vivian. Have a good weekend.
I will.
Okay, let's go to Steffi. Well, Steffi just went. I'm sorry, Steffi. You already went. Let's go to Deborah.
Okay, I just want to encourage everyone to, try to be as positive as you can. Say something kind. If you can't say anything kind, don't say anything. Also, support Mel. Shop on her website if you can. That'd be a great way to show support too. I want to wish everybody a fantastic day. And I said what I said.
Yes. So with that being said, thank you, Deborah, for coming up. We love you. Have a wonderful weekend. We're gonna pass the mic to
Love you
Sophia
back. I'm
Maya.
going down.
All right.
I just want to say to everyone that are taking classes and in your new ventures, good luck, great success on your new ventures and your new classes. Remember to cover your ass and protect your assets. And have a great Saturday. And to Miss Deb, I hope you feel better because I can hear it all in your voice. So I hope you feel better and I hope your tea kicks in. And I said what I said. And to you, Queen, as always, thank you. I love you. It's always a blessing to do this. So,
Thank you. You know, ever since you came up that one Saturday many weeks ago, you've been like a fan fave in my heart. So I appreciate you coming on to share your knowledge and your expertise as always. And you have a beautiful weekend.
yeah, you too.
Okay. I am going to read my super chats. Y'all give me 1 second and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. And also, y'all start holding these kids accountable. I forgot about that. Not just the men and the women, but the young adults, the teenagers in your house. Quit letting them rapid fire off at people because you don't like that person. Because the world has a hard way of correcting kids. And they're gonna learn. Either you're gonna teach them or they're gonna learn real hard and they're gonna get jammed up. Um, Make sure you integrate respect, that you don't have to like your teacher, you don't have to like whomever, but you're gonna respect them. You don't get to talk crazy because I've seen a lot of shit that's out of control on social media when it comes to black teens putting their hands on educators, putting their hands on other adults. And the first thing that if these adults fight back, y'all want them locked up. Well, I'm not going to let your son and your daughter put their hands on me without consequence, period. And I had to teach that to my little niece one day. She called me upset. She's like 14. And my little niece is biracial, half Latin and half black. And her mom's side is Latin. And she said she was upset because her family, Latin family, got upset with her because she started a big argument. And I said, well, what happened? She likes to be around adults. See, start putting them out the room. I don't care what they get to do, at their house when they're at church, put them out the room. So she's around adults. And I guess one of her uncles was like taking sodas and putting them in his pocket. Now she said he's roaching. And I was like, well, what's roaching? And I guess whatever, roaching means taking food or whatever. She said, I guess she said it out loud. He said something back to her. And then it kind of, people started arguing. And I told her, let me tell you something. Be careful what you say to adults because we'll forget you're a kid in the heat of a moment. Because an adult isn't going to measure. Let me not say it this tone. In the heat of a moment, if you're disrespectful to adult, depending on the energy, you're going to get that work. So you stay in a kid's place. Because when the shit hits the fan, it's nobody's trying to measure their meter, when things go crazy. So stay in a kid's place, especially when you wouldn't supposed to be down there in the first place. So I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say he was wrong. He should never talk to you like that. You a kid. I don't care. Stop putting that. Stay in a kid's place. You see what you got started? And that's the correction I gave her. And I'm not telling nobody how to parent, but I'm just saying, start giving these kids a little bit of conversation around respect and what that looks like, even when you feel like you've been wronged by an adult. Okay, because they just can't pop off, because when you allow them to do that in their teens, you're not teaching them how to reel themselves in, and they're going to behave like that as adults. So I'm looking further down the line, the futuristic approach. If you can't teach them how to manage themselves and their emotions at 15, 16, 17, you're going to have a big problem 27, 28, 29, 30, 40s, whatever, because it becomes harder to learn the older you get. All right, with that being said, let's wrap it up. Here we go.
A lot of people want me to get a job. The only way that I'm gonna be able to get a job is if y'all cash out me so I can get a lift to the store to get my laptop so I can start filling out y'all application. If that's okay with y'all.
And I think it's okay with y'all. A lot of people say I need to get a job. So y'all go ahead, and y'all did all things possible 40 with a 10-piece super sticker. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for your generosity here in the palace. Stephanie, Tony with a 10-piece and a pepper. This is why Nelson is so effed up, because she's so messed up in the head. Listen, Lexi tried to tell us, but we didn't like her approach, because we said the majority of us women, she needs to stay in the child's place. She's jealous. She's this. She's envious. She tried to tell you about the character, the core of who Nell was at the core, and the pain that Nell has caused her, and the destruction that Nell has brought between her and her father's relationship, daughter and father. That's all she was trying to say. I'm not saying Lexi is all the way wrong or all the way right, but I'm saying she put it right in front of us. And because of the way she packaged it, we didn't want to hear it. Chris said no was a problem. Everybody said no was a problem at that dinner. But what happened is y'all decided y'all didn't like Lexi. And Nell didn't become a problem now until this season that she's speaking out against Melody. Y'all better start believing folks when they show you who they are. You're definitely right, Stephanie. Cookie from the Shy rolled up, y'all, with a 20-piece and a pepper. Yes. She says, I will be drinking a tall glass of water, eating my popcorn. I'm in my 60s and am considered old school, but in my opinion, if you do the crime, baby, you should do the time. That includes my son, grandson, and whoever else. Amen, amen, amen. Let the church say, let the palace say amen. The Miss Bev with a 20-piece says, I have had a Queen Sheba darling listening party all weekend. I can't count the number of videos I've replayed since Thursday. Excellent commentary, Queen. I know a grown that stands on business. Oh, I know a grown woman that stands on business when I hear one. Keep queening. And yes, I will. And thank you, the Miss Bev. I hope you get lost, baby, in the royalty that by way of the content that I've put out for you. Too blessed for you with the 5-piece and a pepper says, I'm watching tonight because I know that our Scorpio sister, Melody Cherie, is going to get them together like a real queen does. Checkmate. Boom. Teresa Wright with a 10-piece super sticker. We appreciate you, Teresa, coming through. So Crafty Lion. Yeah, she got that money, 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 money comes to me. She gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of her bonus check. Bev Murph 005 with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, get well, be well, by stay well. Get well, be well, stay well. Everybody be blessed. We will. Thank you. DJ says, can I ask a question? What's wrong with the step parents giving their children direction and discipline? Some parents just don't like it. Some parents, they get real protective, I think, over their children. Steffi, So Crafty Lion, do y'all have a step parent situation?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, what that mean?
Oh
Hold
Lord.
on. They know you on here. You better watch what you say.
Oh, I don't care. We've had words. My stepdaughter, mom, never cared for me because she wanted my husband back from the get go. So
Ooh.
I was tormented through the whole time that we were together.
Y'all still
So
together?
yeah, no, I let that go.
Okay.
16 years, I couldn't, because he never stepped in to protect me, and I'm all about protection. So um, the little girl, she'll tell the little girl, don't let her comb her hair. Oh, don't let her comb your hair. So I'm like, come on, let me comb your hair. And she's just standing in the door. I'm like, okay, we gotta go. My mom says she don't want you to comb my hair. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna comb your hair because I'm not going out with my kids looking good and you're looking a mess. So I'm combing your hair. And one of her nieces passed, and the little girl came to me and said, my mom wanted me to ask my daddy for money for us, for she and her sister, was my husband's child, uh, dresses. And she said, don't let that lady know because I be in the business. I said, well, tell your mama the lady has to know because she's over the finances. Since she's sending words back, I'm sending back.
I don't blame you. That's
So
right.
it was just a whole lot. And I just said, when I just had to let go when I sent my daughter off to school. My daughter did. She made everybody late for school every day, but she was a straight A student. She was trying to get dressed. So to make a long story short, when I dropped her off at school, he looked at her and said, she's going to do absolutely nothing. I have you to know my daughter
What?
has 3 degrees and she graduated magna cum laude and she's doing very well.
You know what? If I was a close friend of yours, I would be on some petty shit. I would DM him a copy of her degree, a photo.
Oh, he knows. He was still around when she got 2
Mm,
of them. He knows, and he knows what she does. I don't want to say that because they'll sure enough know who I am, but
okay, gotcha.
he knows.
D, does that answer your question? It can be challenging,
So
but I
that's
think
why when you said that, I said, yes, God's had the perfect plan. One wife, one husband. And like you said, if we remain a virgin till we get married, we don't know what's good and what's bad. Because when you get it the first time, yeah, it's good. So we will remain with that person.
yeah. And
Unless
that's
you're
the
just
whole and
totally
I know a lot of people say,
disrespectful.
"Well, I ain't doing nothing until I test drive it," and that's fine because, I mean, I look, I listen, your body is your body, and I would run from somebody like that because you
Me
out
too.
here test driving everything.
Thank you. But look, I told my daughter she stayed a virgin. She remained a virgin until she got married. And I used to take her to the doctor, and she would get mad. Mom, nobody's having sex. Why am I here?
Mhm.
So, I mean, we just grew up in the church, and that's what I taught her. My parents were married 70 years before my dad passed. No
Thank you for
outside
sharing.
children, no disrespect. He always respected my mom, and he demanded that we respect her too.
Well, thank you for sharing. D, I hope that helps a little bit. Janice Christopher says, I have a good countryman, 34 years, and I said what I said. And you know what, Janice? I'm glad you brought that up because somebody said there's a lot of good men. I think it was So Crafty Line or either Deborah that said it. And there are. Those men are saying that the black women don't want them because they're saying they don't make enough money and they too country and they ain't got the right clothes to take them out. Is that true, ladies? In the chat. Y'all don't want the good ones? That's what they're saying. Let me see what y'all saying. And then I got one more after that. Well, I don't know. That's what some of the guys are saying sometimes. But okay, last one that came through, last question. Kim Green says, I was a virgin with the dad, a mom, and 4 brothers. Uh when I married, baby, they all told him that I'm gold. Play with it if you want to. Oh, Kim makes me laugh. Kim said, play with it if you want to. This has been a hell of a conversation. Thank you all again for tuning in. Go be great. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, Beady Beady Bamba, baby. And we will be back again next Saturday. I said what I said. I said what I said. And tune in tonight to Love. Well, you know what? Tune in tonight to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And for those of you that are blacking out, we support you. We support everybody and what they're doing. I'm just gonna be where Melody is because, like I said, at the Mimosas with Melody, when I got this YouTube channel started, I said, shit, she need backup. And I do too. So I'm gonna be wherever she is. And she's gonna be on Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight. So that's where I'm gonna be at. I got her back 1,000%. Have a good day, everybody. God bless you all. Time to turn up.